Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black. Hey folks, how you doing? It's your man Tim Black. Welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. I'm your host. Who else were you expecting? It is your man Tim Black. How you doing, Facebook Live? Is everybody pumped up? Is everybody pumped up? I hope you are, because I got a show for you tonight. My people are in the house. My people are in the house. Yes. That's right, guys. Big time, big time, big time, big time. Let me welcome everybody to the show officially. Welcome, Facebook Live. Facebook Live in the house. Good to see you guys. Much love to my crew on Facebook. Tim Black's Wolfpack on Facebook. Gotta love them. YouTube. My people on YouTube, man, Tim Black's Wolfpack is in the house. They are showing up in large numbers here and here. They're doing the thing. It's great to see you guys, man. Fantastic. Also, I want to give a shout out to my people on Blog Talk Radio, right? Blog Talk Radio, Stitcher Radio, and iTunes Podcast. Yes, when you call into the Tim Black Show, you get put on multiple platforms at one time, guys. So you get echoed across the world. We have listeners in Singapore, listeners in Sweden, Denmark, Ireland, New Mexico, all 50 states. People just everywhere. So yes. And tonight, everyone is focused on what? They're focused on the Hoosier states. The Hoosiers. They're focused on Indiana because Indiana is where the race is today, and so much has happened, man. I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm gathering information up to the very last minute before I have to go on the air. It's not a lack of preparation, it's over preparation. I want to get the last little, I'm at the bottom, I'm like in the edges trying to get all the info for you so that you'll be equipped. Because I realize a lot of you guys stopped watching mainstream media a long time ago. And I wish I could afford to get the stream and wouldn't have to go to those guys. Because let me tell you something, folks. If I never had to listen to Wolf Blitzer lie again, that'll be too soon. I'm trying to tell you, man. I take no joy in it. None. I don't enjoy listening to Anderson Cooper, Curry Water for the Clintons, but I got to do it. So this is what I know, and this is what I can tell you. Oh, let me put my phone number up, guys. Look, before I get too far down the road, I talked about it, so let me put that phone number up right away. Call button, bam, there it is. Call button up. Call button right here, guys. 323-870-4064 is the number you want to call if you want to talk about what's going on in Indiana. And I don't even know where to begin. Well, let's start at the top. First of all, it's been a roller coaster ride for people. Roller coaster ride, imagine this, you're on a roller coaster. It's an old roller coaster, right? It's crickety and crackety, right? You feel everything. You have no seatbelt. No seatbelt on this roller coaster, nothing, man. You just gotta sit in the seat and hold on to this thing that goes on, and look, you're just there. And the person next to you has a bad bladder. Oh, man, it's horrible. This is what this race has been today. I had people that I thought were my friends. Tim, if you post another screenshot, I'm going to unfollow. Well, you know what I did, right? I posted another screenshot, and then I unfollowed them. Look, man, we cannot hide. I tell you, I'm going to tweet. I am your media source. I have to tweet and talk about what's going on, right? I have to report it, but believe me, when I report it, it's going to be in context. I'm not going to be doing the spin of CNN, but I got to tell you what's going on. You got to have more faith. have more faith in me, and have more faith in this campaign. Because when I first started talking, we were down by 4 points. No, we were down by 10 points, 9 points. Then it was 3 points. Then we were down by 1 point. But see, if you rolled it out with your brother Tim Black, you would have been able to arrive at where we're at now. When last time I checked, we were up by 4 points. Now, that could be a little bit more, a little bit less. At the end of the day, guys, it's going to not matter as much because it's going to be proportional. But what matters, guys, is that you feel good. Because when you feel good, what do? You go donate to the Bernie Sanders campaign, and what does that do? That shuts those pundits up. And what does that do? That keeps us going to the next contest. But if you give in to negativity, and if you give in to this thought that all is lost, then all is lost. You can't give in to it. Now, I see a lot of liberals, progressives, correcting themselves now. They're now trying to be more optimistic, less bleak. I feel you. Look, I won't even take credit for it. I won't even take credit for it. I'm Mr. Positivity, Mr. Optimism. I'm Mr. Coach Carter. I'm the guys, remember the Titans. That's me. I'm doing my best Denzel with no hair and a lot less attractive, but I'm doing it. I'm doing the Al Pacino any given Sunday speeches. But look, guys, here's the deal. In 2008, Hillary won Indiana by a narrow margin against Barack Obama. We all know how that turned out, and she won it. And look, the differences between now and 2008 are vast. One of the differences is a lot of the states went in a different order. That's right. So they didn't front load the South for Hillary in 2008. They did that in 2016. I wonder why they did that. So there's a lot going on in this campaign. But guys, at the end of the day, we're doing good, okay? That's my first thing. So call us. Let's try to stay on topic. That's one part. One part is that we're doing very well in Indiana right now. It's a very close race, but we're up. I will go and check comments because I can't do that while I'm on the show. I can't look at the numbers, look at what's going on, and do the show. It'd be very rude. But what I can do is check comments and have you guys call up and give me updates about what's happening. Now, let's move on to Ted. You know Ted Cruz, that guy who used to be in the race? Let's talk about him. Ted Cruz dropped out. I was surprised, guys, because earlier this week, he was saying he wouldn't drop out. He said he would go all the way, or at least until Trump clinched it. If and when Trump clinched it, he would then think about dropping out. Well, he had a change of heart. He got his butt beat so bad, he quit tonight. Oh, yeah. Weird Cruz, creepy Cruz, quit tonight. He got some kryptonite. No, he didn't have any kryptonite. Well, first of all, Trump ain't Superman. So I don't even know about that analogy, but I was watching a little bit of Superman versus Batman. So that's where that came from. Here's the thing, guys. I'm a little relieved. I am a little relieved. Cruz makes my skin crawl, man. Cruz is, Cruz is like being tied up in the middle of a room and there being nothing but chalkboards around you. Every wall, every surface of the walls and ceiling, everything is covered by chalkboards. And I have these old women with long fingernails who hate me. And they all at one time, they do a countdown. 10. Well, they count down from 3. 3, 2, 1, and all at the same time. They drag their fingers down the chalkboard. That's Ted Cruz. Do you feel it like this? Do you feel that back there? Like you can't reach it? You can't reach it. It's there. It's in the middle of your back. Oh, God. Ugh. Ugh. That's Ted Cruz to me, man. Disgusting. So I'm happy he's gone. Go away, Ted. Go, go, go. But here's the deal. Trump beat the brakes off Ted Cruz, and Trump beats the brakes off Kasich. He is the nominee on the Republican side. And I was watching, and once again, I don't encourage it. I don't support it. I don't want you to do it. I have to do it. This is my business. Being a media person in this area that I do, I have to know what's going on. I have to watch these guys. But Van Jones on CNN today was the only one saying, look, guys, calm down, Democrats. You need to pay attention to Trump. This ain't going to be an easy win, if a win at all. You guys need to recognize the power of Trump. And I've been telling people that. And I saw that he said it so many times that Anderson Cooper started cutting him off. Because, see, Anderson Cooper is a paid shield for the Hillary Clinton campaign and the establishment. And he's aware of the fact that this feeds into Bernie's narrative. And people like moi, your brother Tim Black, who are trying to warn the DNC and the superdelegates and Hillary supporters in general, guys, Trump is going to have a field day with your girl Hillary. He going to beat the brakes off Hillary. He going to treat Hillary like he treated Kasich. He's already tied with her on some polls. This is not my fault. This is not Bernie Sanders' fault. This is Hillary's fault. And it's also your fault for not knowing the temperature of the country before you sent this woman out here. Now, listen, guys. At the end of the day, people are rejecting Hillary. Nationally. That's what's happening. It's not because she's a woman. America loves women. We do. I do. It's because she's not a good candidate. So now we know what it will be. It will definitely be Trump. Look, when I had Victor Tiffany, the co-founder of Bernie or Bust, on the show last week, and he said this, he dropped this dime on us, and he said, Bernie or lose. I said, So I can't take credit for it, but I'm going to use it. Hashtag, Bernie or lose. DNC, superdelegates, you need to be keenly aware and write this down. If you don't get behind Bernie Sanders, you will have a President Trump. You will not be able to blame that on me. You will not be able to blame that on Bernie Sanders supporters. You will have to own your era of judgment. Own it and embrace it. Own it. Now, I know you're scared to go against Hillary. I understand. But you know what? What's more important? Your cushy job or saving the country from Trump? And don't tell me to be afraid of Trump. You obviously aren't afraid of him, because if you were afraid of him, you give us the best candidate who has a chance of actually defeating him. Not the least. Yeah. Someone on the Hillary side today asked me, they said, Tim Black, well, how does, you say all this stuff about Hillary going to lose to Trump. What about Bernie? Bernie will lose to Trump too. And I said, well, according to the polls, no, he won't. According to the polls, he will beat Trump. And then of course, once they realize that, it's, well, I don't trust polls. I bet if the polls said Hillary would beat him, you'd be using them. But the fact that the polls tell you the opposite, now we say we don't trust the polls. I get it. I understand. It's only when they say what you want them to say do you listen to them. Listen, guys, here's the thing. And then I'm going to go to calls and open up the calls, okay? So get your fingers dialing. Dial, man, dial up. The world is not against Hillary. Hillary is against the world. It's the opposite. Flip it. It's like little big man. It's like calling the heaviest guy in the room slim. You flip it. It's not a conspiracy. This is a reality. It's not about a salary. It's all about reality. Hillary Clinton is not a strong candidate. She wasn't a strong candidate in '08. And now that Cruz is out the race, Trump will ignore Kasich like he a fine woman at the club. Is someone talking to me? Kasich. What is the Kasich? Sarah? What is a Kasich? Guys, I don't know what a Kasich is. I don't know. And he will continue his crooked Hillary talk, which resonates. Oh, it's catchy. He will continue. He's already bringing up the emails, Benghazi, Monica, gaffes that Hillary's making on the campaign trail as she tries to be hip. Here's the other thing. See, here's the advantage. One of the advantages no one talks about that Trump has and Bernie has over Hillary. This is one of the advantages. See, Bernie is not a very rich man. Not a very rich man. In fact, what Bernie has, if I would have stayed in IT, I could have had that. You know, a house, you know, be worth $200,000. A person who has a job at 74 years old and his wife works and has a business, you can make $200,000 a year. That's not crazy, guys. He is not. Someone says, well, Bernie's so rich. No. That's not so rich. Especially where I live at. Where I live in D.C., there are people making a lot more money than Bernie Sanders who are not politicians. Bernie is poor, considering he's a senator. Most senators are worth multiple millions of dollars. Okay? That's the first thing. Make lots and lots of dough. So Bernie Sanders is closer to understanding real people. You understand? Yeah, you can have your focus groups and you can have your consultants, but it's important that the candidate understand real people at a real level. Bernie Sanders understands real people. And whatever we say about Trump, here's the thing about Trump. This is what I'm saying. Follow me. Trump is not a politician, and Trump understands people better than Hillary does. And when I say people, I mean regular people. Why do I say that? Because he's not a politician. You get it? He daily would associate with people in different situations who weren't politicians. At least he have conversation and interaction with non-spin doctors and focus group consultant personnel. All there just to tell you what you want to hear. At least Trump dealt with people. And it's going to show, guys. It's going to show. This is not any ordinary election that the DNC can steal. It's not. And the trickery and the lies that they've been doing won't work in a general election. When will people wake up? So to close out and to bring the phone calls in, if you don't want Trump, if you are afraid of Trump, if you want to tell me to fear Trump, you need to have fear of a Hillary nomination. Because Hillary is the thing that will secure a Trump presidency. Not Bernie Sanders going to convention. No. That's just your last chance to escape the inevitable. That's your last hope. But if you choose not to take it, guys, if they choose not to listen, they are the ones securing Trump, not us. So take it and own it, DNC. Oh, take it. Just take it, Debbie. Just take it, Debbie. Own up. Because you are the reason why Trump is doing as well as he's doing. And if you keep it up, and if you don't get behind the best candidate that can beat him, well, heck, hey, there's only one guy that can beat Lex Luthor. If you don't want to call him, you want to call your grandmother instead, well, there's just so many friends, you get the phone. All right, guys, I'm Tim Black. Come on, everybody. Let's get into it. I was brutal. Oh, yeah, I was brutal. Was it hard enough for you? Did you feel it in your bones? I kind of like the part where I did the fingers down the chalkboard scratch. That was pretty good, wasn't it? I was on the fly, man. I don't write this stuff. I just It just comes to me. It just flows. All right. Phone number is 323-870-4064. I welcome all to call. The topics tonight, because I got into it with a friend over this. You just can't call my show. Look, Freedom Friday is the night you call the show, and you can talk about asparagus if you want. I would rather you didn't, but if you want to talk about asparagus, you could call Friday and talk about asparagus. But you know what you cannot do, even if you're my friend, who, by the way, I've never given to the show. Some friend you are, been with me 2 years and never gave to the show, but okay. Never made a graphic. Just call the show when you want to after a few drinks. That's not really helping the show, guy. But okay. Okay, I get it. Talk to me for countless amounts of time I could spend promoting the show with other people, but okay. So some people call you a friend. Like, some people want to be friends, but they're not really friends. Like, a friend, when they see you struggling and see you, like, with your car broke down, they come help. They don't just wave and want to talk to you. Hey, man, I see you working on your car. Wow, I see it. Wow, this is really sad. Wow. So how about the Knicks? Yeah, man, you know, and you over there, you're trying to change the tire, and your friend's just talking. Yeah, man, you know, I was just, you know, I had a backache, and I couldn't get to it, and it was really bad. And you know, my wife lately, she hasn't been giving me any loving, and my kids are just crazy, cuckoo. So, you know, what's up with you? I'm just trying to change the tire, trying to save the free world, trying to be a media mogul, trying to fight for liberal ideals and progressive ideals, trying to get rid of police brutality. That's all, man. Oh, yeah, it's really good, man. You know, that's cool. So anyway, so my sister, she made this potato salad. And then when I say, get out of here, leave me alone, I'm trying to change the tire, they get offended. Oh, Tim Black, I can't believe you just told me off after all I've done for you. I watch your free stuff. That's a lot. I watch you, Tim Black. I'm serious. Now, I understand we have an agreement where I should be thankful. And I am glad people watch me. But realize, you don't get to say that you helped me. You don't get to call my show and take my show over. Fridays is the day, thanks to my contributors to the show, with the phone line and the platform that I provide that I've spent almost 3 years building up, to put you in front of all these people. Friday is the day my callers can call up and they can talk about whatever they want. Friday. But if you call up on a Monday, after I've had a special guest on my show, and you want to take over my show, I got a problem with it. Call me a jack. You know. All right. I was just feeling it, guys. I'm sorry. Some of you are like, Tim, what are you talking about? I just had to do it. I had to do it. I'm not naming names. If you on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. I'm offended with you, Tim Black. I'm offended with you. Help me change the tire. All right, guys, 323. Hopefully I gave people more time to actually call into the show, because I looked at the queue. I only had like 2 calls in the queue. I'm over here talking about phone calls. Anybody in the queue to talk to a brother. 323-870-4064. Call up, and while you at it, get yourself a Tim Black shirt. Tim Black's Wolfpack. Join the Tim Black Wolfpack. How you going to say you support the show, you don't got a Tim Black Wolfpack shirt? Or go get a Sprinkle Some Facts on them shirt. Do that. Or go get a Team Black shirt. Or go get a mug. You can put these designs on mugs or your baby's diapers. You can put them on your wall. You can make stuff with it. All right. Are people there now? You guys there? Are you guys feeling good about Indiana? Are you feeling good about Indiana? Come on, man. Are you feeling good about Indiana? Are you pumped up? What's going on in Indiana, guys? Remember, it's proportional. So a point here, a point there won't change anything. At the end of the day, this is psychological. Trump just mopped the floor with his competition, and Hillary can't kill us in Indiana. No, 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 no. All right? So here we go. Bobby Knight or no Bobby Knight? Where's everybody? Anybody got comments about Indiana? 323-870-4064. Hello? Hello? What is going on? My phone line not working? Bernie won! Bernie won Indiana! Did he win? Did they call it? They called it! They called it! We won Indiana, folks! We won Indiana. Do you feel can you dig it? Can you dig it? Yeah, in your face, non-follower who didn't have faith. You gotta believe, people. You have to believe. Oh, man. Jimmy Stone says, F Bobby Knight. I love you, Jim Stone. I love you. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, people. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got flame on. Flame on. Yes, U.S. is an oligarchy. And I hope that oligarchy rots in hell. But we're going to take our country back. We got to fight for it, baby. Yes. Booyah. Hi. Somebody call up and celebrate with me. Can we call up and talk good things? Can we say good things? There go my people. There go my people now. They're here. People are here. Everyone called up. That's what people were watching. You were watching mainstream media. That's what was going on. I'm going to go to my first call. My first call is 814. Hold on, 814. Let me write down this. I like to keep track of people so I get people in and I know who I didn't get and know who I still have to talk to. So give me 1 second, 814, and I will go to you. All right. We write down the first three numbers. I'm going to take calls in the order that they came in, guys. I'm pumped up, as you can tell. 814, how you doing?
I am so pumped. Good, how are you?
I'm good. What's
Terry calling from Pennsylvania.
Thank you, Terry. What's up, Terry?
You're welcome. Yes, we did it to Indiana, baby.
Wow. Woo, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about.
I know.
That is amazing.
I know.
Did they call? So they called it. It's official.
They called it. It's official. I got it on NBC, and I called you right up because I know you don't have the the platforms, but I just saw it.
Man.
And I think it was 65% of the vote counted, and the mainstream media has called it for Bernie. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? Isn't that
Yes,
great?
it is. It's amazing because my people, Terry, it's because I know my people needed it, man. They need to feel good,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I've called a couple times and we've talked about this. Just, hold the line and keep the faith. And I just donated again yesterday. And I did donate to you too, by the way. Got my shirt and everything.
Oh, thank you, Terry.
And,
thank you.
Well, you're welcome. And I just wanted to clue you in that yes, indeed, Bernie has taken Indiana.
Amazing, Terry. Look, Terry, thank you so much for the call. Thank you for being the first person to let me know. That must mean we're going to be friends for a long time. This is the best news I've gotten all week. Thank you so much, Terry. And thank you so much for buying the shirt as well. I hope you wear it in good health and in good love and in good burn. And get that burn on, Terry, from Pennsylvania. Give it up for my friend, Terry, from PA. Oh, man. I know my man Bruce Carter right now is feeling good, man. I know Bruce is feeling pretty good right now, guys. Because you never know. I felt good about Indiana. But you never know until it's time because, you just never know. Let me go to the next call. I got a 515 number. What's your name and where you calling from?
This is Janet from Iowa.
Hey, Janet from Iowa.
You begging people to call you, and the first caller gets to tell you all the good stuff.
She was first.
So are you? What am I supposed to say now?
Say the same. Look. Say the same thing because you know what? Some people are just now tuning in.
7 points. 7 points right now.
Seven.
Bernie's called by CNN, by MSNBC, by all the people who like hate saying that. They are saying that.
You said the ones that hate saying it, huh? You know it. You know it. They don't like admitting it. This is amazing.
They always take longer to call Bernie than they do Hillary because they don't want to say it.
I'm trying to tell you. You are so right. You are so right. Wow, guys. Look.
You gotta check your email too.
I will.
I gave you some good info in there.
Well, thank you so
I gave
much.
you some real good info. And I also bought 2 T-shirts.
What?
And I'm a VIP donor. So there you go. Now I'm gonna hang up and let you move on.
Man, I love you so much. Thank you so much for supporting the show, lady. I just got to give some people crap for not doing it, but you, and look, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Give it up for my friend in Iowa. Listen, man, listen. We did it. We did it. Right? You know, come on, guys. It's great. It's great. This is what's up. Look, man, okay, so I lost the call. Let me see something. Let me write down. I want to write down people because I want to go, oh, somebody just dropped. No, they didn't. Okay, let me write down, guys. Give me 1 second because I like to go in order. And if I write down, and I got so many people that end up calling that some of you have the same first 3 digits, so I have to write down a little bit more now. You know, when you get a little bit bigger, your show gets a little bit bigger, you got to write a little bit more. There we go. 1 second, guys. So look, guys, I'm feeling fantastic. This is what you do it for. You know, I love being able to give you good news. You know, and I love being able to get some of my. Sometimes I gotta push, sort of like Bernie. Bernie pushes everyone to the left. He's pushing. You understand? He's pushing the country to the left, not just Hillary. The country. Because it's affecting down tickets. This is not, we have to remember not just to look at this through the lens of a presidential race. Facebook, we need to look at this also on the local level. This has a dramatic effect on local politicians. They look at this success and it inspires them as well. This is not just about Bernie winning Indiana. This is about some other progressive running in another state. Someone who's thinking about running. The seed that's being implanted by this in their consciousness says, you know what? There's hope. So that's what we got to keep in mind. We're up and we're doing it and we feel great, right? But also remember the far-reaching implications of this. It's amazing, guys. So I just want to throw that out there. I'm going to my next call. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being about the calls. 336? I lost 336, but I got 530. What's your name and where you calling from? Hello?
Hello. Hello. Hey. Yeah, John South.
You need to cut down my voice on that other device, please.
Okay, yeah. I'm calling from California. Yeah, she's gonna get burned in California. There's no doubt about that. We're liberal out here in California.
Real liberal. So not this fake liberal, not this whatever we call this Republican light liberal, but a real liberal, a true person who believes in liberal policies.
That's right, because we have lots of independents. She's going to get her butt wiped here, clean, good, wiped out. Because we have San Francisco, liberal, L.A., plus we have medical marijuana out here. And right there, he says no criminal penalties for marijuana. So we got 60% out here in California at this moment. At least that's what I saw in the last poll. So it might be like 70% by the time the vote comes down.
That's amazing. That's amazing. You know what? I hadn't even factored in the marijuana legalization issue, man. That's huge. I didn't even think about it. I'm glad you called up just to tell me that because I missed that part, bro. For real, I missed that part.
Right. Yeah, the medical marijuana is kind of like screwed up out here. You know, a lot of these cities or towns, they have really horrible laws against medical marijuana too. Like right where I'm calling from, Oroville, California.
Right.
It's like, they used to allow it, but now they're really clamping down on it. But there is a problem with that, though. Some people come in here to grow for profit. See.
Okay.
That's the problem. People come in here and say it's medical, but it's actually for profit. But still, like I said, Bernie's going to do good, and he's going to go to the convention. And he who knows, he may get indicted though too.
You're right.
That indictment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that indictment that's hanging over her head.
Exactly. Well, look, my man, I appreciate your phone call and definitely appreciate that information you just gave me, man. Thank you so much for tuning into the show and contributing to the conversation, brother. Because like I said, man, hey, look, I don't know at all, man. I need help, and you were there for me, man, so I appreciate it. Look, guys, give it up for my man in California. I think it said his name was something South got cut off. I'm going to keep the calls going, man. We got more people that want to talk about this. 205. Where you calling from, my friend, and what's your name? You're live.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm calling from Brentwood, Tennessee, Stephanie, and pretty excited about Cruz dropping out and Bernie winning all in one night. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good. What do you think about Cruz? What do you think the impact will be with Cruz leaving the race? Any?
I think that you're about right. Like I was giving you some claps and little comments on YouTube because people have been kind of trying to ignore the polls that show that Bernie would do better against Trump. He did better against Cruz too, but I think now that they realize like it's going to be Trump or Bernie, and that, that they really don't want Hillary, and they keep rejecting Hillary. She keeps talking about having more votes, but if you look at any of the places where there's open primaries, Bernie has more votes than Trump or Hillary, and I believe a majority of them. So I think they're going to a contested convention, and it's going to be great. I don't think he can win now, but I think that he can. Well, it's narrow. He'd have to get like 68% or something.
Right.
But I do feel like Bernie is going to be the stronger candidate by the end of this thing if things keep up like Indiana tonight. And I'm excited about Indiana.
It's a very big high for me as well. As you can tell, I'm a little excited myself.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. So look, I think it's, hey, well, look, Steph, thank you so much for your phone call. Is there anything else you wanted to say, my friend?
Oh, yeah. Don't give up on phone banking, everybody, because I did, and the Bernie campaign actually called me and said, we're still going. I'm like, you're still going? Then I'm still going. So I went back and phone banked, and we won Indiana today. So everybody, keep it up, We're going to do this all the way to the end. That's what I want to say.
I love it. That's a great way to end the conversation, too, Steph. I appreciate you. Something very positive and very good advice for the campaign. Let me give it up for Steph, y'all. You know what, guys? You know what, Facebook Live people, Facebook people, Facebookers, check this out, guys. Maybe it's time we start switching it. What I mean by switching it, and Steph, thank you, Steph. Because see, when my callers call in, I really listen. You just sparked something in me, Steph, from Tennessee. It's time that we switch the narrative a bit. Listen, guys. I'm running over chords. Listen. The superdelegates were put there to do what? What were the superdelegates put there to do? Originally, superdelegates, see, we've been told this narrative. They were put to stop the situation that occurred with McGovern, right? Right, everybody? Everybody with me here? Right? Isn't that what they say? that the superdelegates were put in place to stop a situation that occurred back in the 70s with McGovern, right? Check this out, guys. What if the superdelegates are actually going to be helpful? You know why? Because the superdelegates can stop the DNC and the people that voted for Hillary for giving us a losing candidate, which will be Hillary Clinton. You understand what I'm saying? Give me that. Give me that, guys. Give me that. Give me that. You understand what I'm saying? Let's switch it on them. Let's flip it. Remember I told you in the beginning? You know, the oxymorons, the flip. Okay, maybe we need to flip this a little and look at it another way. Superdelegates could be our friend. The superdelegates are not our enemies. The superdelegates give us an opportunity to right the ship. It's time that the superdelegates took their responsibility seriously, not just about choosing sides, but choosing the right side that can win in the general election. All right? I'm talking to you down in Brazil. I'm talking to everyone like you. I'm talking to these elected officials, these people that support Hillary Clinton. Just like you had to do in 2008, you need to look at the candidate that can win, actually win in 2016. And I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't make the numbers what they are. I didn't make reality. I just exist in it. And the reality is, folks, that Bernie Sanders is your best option. Now, instead of us looking at it the other way and saying, well, oh, they want to stop the left candidate, they need to stop Hillary because, frankly, guys, she's too close to Trump on a lot of issues. Do you know that Trump just moved? Trump said if Caitlyn Jenner came to his hotel, she could use whatever bathroom she wanted to. And he did not care what the press said. He did not care what the GOP said. And you know what that means? That means that Trump is a very dangerous man. Cruz would have never said that. No. Kasich would never say that. Well, Kasich might. No, Kasich. Kasich is spineless. Kasich, he's a ghost. He no longer exists. He's out of there, okay? You guys understand what I'm saying here? All right, I'm going to go to the next call. I want everyone to start framing it differently on social media. Start framing it differently. The superdelegates are not your enemy. The superdelegates are your friend. Why? Because Trump just became the nominee for the GOP, and the best chance to beat Trump is who? Hillary Clinton. And what can the superdelegates do? They can prove their worth and save the DNC and save democracy in the United States and prevent a Trump presidency by doing what? Not electing or not supporting or not voting for, not pledging their delegate power to the candidate that will all but ensure a Trump presidency. And that candidate would be Hillary Clinton. I'm going to the next call. I feel good. I feel good, guys. Hey, I feel good about that. Come on now. My next call. 11111. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Tim Black, what's going on, man? I love your show. My name is Jay. I am from Vermont, the state that has been feeling the burn for years. Well, I kind of want to flip the script on you. With Donald Trump winning the GOP nomination, he's going to focus all his attention on Hillary Clinton because everybody's projecting her to be the nominee for the Democrats. And he is going to hammer her and slam her. He's going to do everything that the Bernie camp would not do. And that's going to turn heads. And that's going to turn everybody to focus on Bernie Sanders. And then when the convention comes, he's already up in the polls on her. Where is he going to be at that point? And the superdelegates are going to end up going with Bernie Sanders.
I love it. That's right, my brother. That's exactly how I feel. And you know what? I hadn't thought about how long a couple of, 2 months, right? Well, we got a couple months. That's a lot of fighting. That's a lot of fighting. That's a lot of, look, that's a lot of dings to get, door dings to get on the way to the convention for Hillary Clinton.
And definitely, and I mean, if the superdelegates want that sure nominee, that sure choice, they will go with Bernie Sanders. They don't want to go into the general election with that uncertainty that Hillary might lose to Donald. They want that sure win, and it's going to be Bernie.
It's going to be Bernie, man. I love your certainty. I love your spirit, Jay. Man, is there anything else you want to say, Jay? Because I think you're a new caller, Jay. I think I would have remembered you.
Yeah, I'm a new caller. I've actually subscribed to you within the past couple of weeks, and I like what you do. I might have to give me a T-shirt. But all I want to say to the upcoming primaries, get out, vote for Bernie Sanders. It's Bernie or bust, baby. Continue to do what you do, Tim.
Hey, man, thank you so much, Jay, man. Thank you. Give it up for my friend Jay, my new friend Jay in Vermont. Thank you, Jay. And see, guys, see, look. This is the new media. New media is interactive media, where you don't just sit back, you can be a participant. Isn't that what they want? Isn't that what people want? I think it is. And it's live, too. Like this thing in my throat. I can't fake it. It's what it is. It's real, right? No script. But see, here's the beauty of it. You learn stuff if you actually listen to your callers. If you actually engage, you learn stuff. Jay just reminded us of something that I think a lot of us were looking past. See, we're so busy being in combat mode, we're not thinking about the fact that Bernie's going to be able to sit back and just talk about policies. He's going to have the luxury of sitting back talking policy, talking about ways he will better people's lives, meeting people, shaking hands, hugging babies, going to where he's needed most. And what will Hillary be doing? She'll be getting dinged up by Donald Trump every day until convention. Every day. Sanders, you don't need to hit her. Trump's going to be hitting her from here on out for you. Oh, Trump going to be hitting her every day. And you know what's going to happen? Superdelegates are going to be like, wow, Trump just broke Hillary's leg with that last comment. Ooh, that tweet. Ooh, ow, ow. That's going to leave a mark, baby. Ooh, that's an oyster on her eye. What is that? That's not good. Oh, man, he just hit Bill Clinton, too. Ooh, not nice. And Bernie's going to be sitting over there doing what? He'll be back in Flint. He'll be looking at ways to make your life better. This is very important. Jay, thank you so much, Jay, for bringing that to my attention. Getting caught up, we step outside of it, we regroup, and we think about strategy. And I'm sure, I hope this strategy is not lost on the Sanders campaign. Jay, maybe you should get a job with the Sanders campaign. I'm sure you'll work for cheap. Going on to my next call, guys. I got a 347 call. I got to get in here. What's your name and where you calling from, my friend? Oh, here we go. My bad. Here we go. One more time. Hey, how you doing?
Hello?
Hey, 347, how you doing? Where you calling from and what's your name?
My name is Carla, and I'm calling from the Bronx.
Calling from the Bronx.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm a very big fan of yours. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here in New York, and I actually got to go to the rally in St. Mary's Park, and it was amazing. And Bernie came to speak to us first, and he actually stood on the box of a speaker. Like, no podium, no fancy anything. He came to talk to us first. It was so incredible, and it was such an amazingly diverse crowd that, we felt robbed here in New York City when they pretty much stole the vote for Hillary. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was so wrong. And it's like, my friend lives in Staten Island. Her name is Puya, and she texted me during the day to say that when she got to the polling place in the neighborhood where she was born and raised, her name wasn't on the rolls. So I told her to insist that they give her a provisional ballot to make sure that her vote got counted. So the voter purging wasn't just in Brooklyn, it was in Staten Island. Also, I know a person personally who that happened to. And my friend Hannah in Arizona, she's in Yavapai County, and she also had to fill out a provisional ballot because she had gotten purged off the rolls as well. So this voter fraud suppression thing in New York and Arizona is very real. It did happen to us. And I remember seeing those pornographic images popping up on several of the Bernie groups that I belong to on Facebook. I remember seeing those images. So when the site all of a sudden went down, magically, because things were posted up there, I was like, I remember that. So all of these dirty tricks that people are saying Hillary and all of those are up to on Daily Cops and all of those different websites and stuff, these things are really happening. But what I don't understand is why President Obama would stand aside and let Hillary actively participate, basically, in letting Hillary do to Bernie what she tried to do to him in 2008. That's the one thing I don't understand.
Wow, that's a good question. And you know what? I won't leave that question to the floor. I'll let other people chime in on it, Carla, because, I've got my own idea about it. I'll answer it later, maybe. But look, Carla, thank you so much for sharing that information and telling us what happened in New York, because, they like saying that was all a figment of your imagination, woman. Like, there was no voter suppression. There was no voter suppression. You tripping. You conspiracy theorists, What's wrong with y'all? What y'all been drinking? So I like the fact you...
Woman, you talking crazy.
Right, yeah, what's wrong with you, woman? You're always lying. These Bernie supporters, these millennials. But look, Carla, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. And
thank you, and I'm about to subscribe. Please keep up what you're doing between y'all and Young Turks. You kept me off of MSNBC for going on a month, and I couldn't be happier. It's like detox. It's wonderful. So keep it up, bro, okay?
You got it, Carla.
Bernie or nothing.
I love it. Thank you so much, Carla. Give it up for my friend Carla in the Bronx. A new subscriber, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, bye.
Listen, man. Carla brought up a good point, and I just think we need to get into it. We need to talk about it real quick. I'm gonna do 2 minutes. Carla said, "Why is Obama allowing Bernie to be burned by Hillary the same way she burned Obama? And why isn't Obama stepping up?" And I'm gonna tell you this, man. I think Obama not stepping up for Hillary is a burn to Hillary. Don't you believe that Hillary would love for him to do more? I think she would. And the fact he hasn't, I think that speaks volumes, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that speaks a lot. Now, I would want him to step up. I would love for him to support Bernie. But the bottom line is, Obama is part of the establishment. And his lack of vocal support outward, just boom, just bam, vocal support of Hillary, I think that says a lot. Has Michelle said anything about Hillary? Hello? Carla, come on now. First woman president. Do you see Michelle doing girl power signs for Hillary? Bring our girl to the White House? None of that. None of that. So I just want to say, you always want more, right? And I agree, I want more. I do. But I'm also looking at what I got. And sometimes you got to look at what you got. And I'm not trying to take up for him. Not at all. Because I don't like a lot of things that happened, right? I like some things, I don't like some other things, okay? Here's the deal. Or some things he's done, okay? But I will say this, guys. Sometimes you got to appreciate what you got, all right? And I appreciate him not coming out in support of Hillary. He could, We complain, but we wouldn't be able to stop him. So anyway, thank you so much, Carla, from the Bronx. I love it, guys. I'm going on to my next call. Thank you, 978, for hanging in there for me. I appreciate you, 978. What's your name and where you calling from?
It's me.
Hey, you.
Tim.
Hey.
Hi. It's Amy, and I'm calling from Hillary Haven, Massachusetts. Gag me. Come on.
What's up?
What's up, man?
I'm loving it, man.
I love your show.
Thank you.
And I have an interesting story. I mean, I'm just calling. I'm excited. I'm feeling the burn. I made my own Bernie Sanders drink that I'm drinking. Gonna heat up some nachos. But check this out, Tim. My dad, right? Die-hard Republican for years and years and years. He's feeling the burn.
I love it. I love it.
Totally. Yeah, man. Totally got him into Bernie, and he voted for him in the primary. So, I mean, it's pretty big news.
There you go. There you go. How you feeling about Indiana? How you feel about Indiana, Amy? What's up?
Oh my God, Tim, I'm celebrating. It's Tuesday night, and I am drinking, eating some nachos, excited, so ecstatic. I can't even explain to you how great this feels. It's freaking phenomenal, man.
Man, that's it. That's it. We needed it. We needed it, Amy. We need this win for morale.
Heck yeah.
For morale, we need it, And we're going into West Virginia, where I think we're going to do very well in West Virginia as well. So we're good.
Yeah, I agree.
We're
I
good.
agree.
We got
I
a nice-
agree.
Yeah. We'll get those fundraising numbers up a little bit. You feel me? That's very important.
Yeah, put them up.
Yeah. That's what's up, guys. Well, look, Amy, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to say, Amy, before I go to the next call?
No, just thank you so much, Tim. Love you. Love your show. I'm right when I hang up. I'm buying a T-shirt. So
It's all love. It's all love, Amy. Thank you so much, Amy, for the call. Please, and look, and if you get a chance, guys, if anyone who buys a T-shirt, if you want to be I'm going to do a video, like a support video, and I would love for you guys to take pictures or a short video clip or whatever and send it to me at timstake2@gmail.com. I like to put together a short support video. If you don't mind putting your imagery out there, I would love to do that, okay? Because I'm still blown away by the support that you guys give me. It would mean a whole lot, okay? So, and consider it, okay? Because I would love to do that, and you guys are phenomenal. So give it up for Amy, y'all. Give it up for Amy. All right, here we go, guys. I have a 240 number. I need your name and where you're calling from. I think I know where you're from, though. Hello, 240. How you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
You're really faint right now.
Hey, Tim, how are you?
Hey, man, you sound so much better. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Uli, and I am calling from Seattle, Washington. And I actually called, I think, last week, and I was charging my phone across the room, and I had you on speaker, and I couldn't get to you fast enough before you disconnected.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But, I want to tell you, I have a little list of things that I want to say, but first I want to start by telling you that your show is absolutely riveting to me.
Wow.
And not only that, but, there's been a couple of times, like after these past losses, that I was really, really down, and then your show came on, and then I was not only all right again, but I was all ready to persevere. So thank you. I thank you for your show. I thank you for what you're doing. Perfect.
Yeah, Uli, thank you so much, lady. I appreciate it. But look. I don't know how to take praise too good, but I know this. I'm pumped up about Indiana. How you feeling about Indiana, woman? What's up? Talk to me.
Oh, beautiful. We're at 85.5%, and we're up by 6 points. 6.2 to be specific. But, I'm completely pumped. And a couple of things that they've said about Obama's race is that Hillary did try to rig the election for the Obama race, but he was winning by so much, it didn't do any good.
Wow.
So this Indiana primary, and only being up by 6 points, and they had voting machines, which are being rigged left and right?
Right.
I think that 6 points is a really big deal. I think overall, the exit polls were at about 58%. So we're 5 points off, so it just didn't do any good. But I have a couple of new pieces of information that I wanted to share.
Okay.
Based on what other people were saying. One is that the DOJ just came out and officially, for the first time, said that they're investigating Hillary under it's a criminal investigation. And that's why they've had to turn down
all of the Freedom of Information Act requests. But not only are they investigating her email, but they're investigating the Clinton Foundation for money laundering. And it's the first time they've gone on record admitting that it's a criminal investigation. So that article just came out today.
Okay. Wow. Do you remember? Do you recall what source that article was released on? Do you know?
No, but you know what? I tweeted it, and so I'll tag you on it. Actually, I did tag you on it.
Okay.
I did tag you on it.
Okay.
So on Twitter.
Okay. What's your Twitter?
And then the other thing I'm going to say. What's that?
I'm sorry. What's your Twitter handle, if you don't mind?
It's EULI. I don't mind.
Oh, I know you. Oh.
Yeah.
EULI. Yes, I know you. Okay. Okay. It's just that I didn't know the pronunciation.
Hello.
Yeah, I know you, Uli. Good. Cool. Very cool.
So then the other point that I wanted to tag on to, and I know you've got limited time, you've got callers waiting, but the gentleman from California, I want to point out two other things about California. Excuse me. One is that they have a $15 an hour minimum wage already, and that's going to be a really big deal for them. And the other thing I want to point out is I lived in Southern Cal 5 years ago, and they were actually one of the first states to come out and try to legalize the legalize same-sex marriage in support of the LGBTQ community. And they did try to repeal it, but it got slapped down. So they're one of the first states. So again, as far as the liberal progressive agenda, they're right in line. So that's, I'm a little bit scared about California, but because he was making points on that, I decided to first come up with my own points.
Gotcha. Very good points too, Uli. I appreciate you so much, lady. Thank you for your phone call and your well wishes and your love. And thank you. And
I got two more.
Go. You got two more? Give me your best.
I got two more. Is that okay?
Give me your best one. I gotta go to the next call. Give me your best one.
Okay. The Philadelphia Convention. I am a 4. I'm sorry. That thing is going to be so huge. I mean, if you just picture it, that thing is going to be so huge. It's going to be the event of the decade, if not the century, with what's about to go down there. Are we going to have 1 million people there? Are we going to have 2 million? So I did hear there is a website that people can look into for places to stay.
Okay. And
it's called Bernie B&B. So like that, it's a twist on the Airbnb.
Right.
Right? So it's Bernie B&B. And so there's going to be a lot of people kind of co-housing and sharing their spaces and that kind of thing. So if you can get yourself to Philadelphia, let's make history. That's what I say. That's the best shot.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it. Yes. That's a good way to end it. Thank you so much, Uli. I appreciate you. Give it up for Uli from Washington. I was just wondering when Uli said, when she brought up two things. When Uli brought up the FBI releasing the information about this being a criminal investigation, which I already knew that because, first of all, I'm good friends with H.A. Goodman, who's a writer for Salon, The Hill, Huffington Post. I could go on. We pretty much came to that conclusion. And he recently published an article in the Huffington Post where he talked about it. But here's the thing, guys, because I know the FBI doesn't investigate civil issues. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, I'm going to the convention. All right, I'm going to the convention, and what I need your help with is I'm going to put together something so I can get some help because I want to be able to stream it for anyone who can't be there. It's going to be like you were there. I'm going to film everything. I'm going to bring a camera person with me. It's time Tim Black took it on the road, people. And what better time to go on the road than to go on the road for the convention? I can't think of a better time. I can't think of a better purpose. So I'm going to leave my digs here in Maryland, and I'm going to go on the road. I'm going to Philly. I'm going to meet up with my friend Bruce Carter, Black Men for Bernie. I'm going to meet up with Rosario Dawson. I'm going to meet up with Susan Sarandon. I'm going to meet up with Mark Ruffalo. I'm going to meet up with Killer Mike. I'm going to meet up with Nina Turner. I'm going to meet up with Tabby. I'm going to meet up with everyone there, and I don't know if I'll be able to get in, but I will be there, and whatever I go through that day or that weekend, you'll go through it with me. I'm taking you with me, all right? So if you can't go, don't worry. You'll be there in spirit, and you'll be there in sight and sound. All right? So I'll put that together, and we got time where I have time out to do it. And I will make sure it's right, and I'll make sure you all included. So one more time for my friend Uli for bringing that up. Thank you, Uli, so much. I want to go to my next call. I got an international caller on the line. Where are you calling from, and what is your name?
Hi, yeah, I'm G. I'm calling from the UK.
Jay from the UK, my friend. My friend. So good news travels fast, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah, bad news does as well. I was really upset after New York. Felt a bit dejected there. I've been watching the elections in America quite closely. I think a lot depends on it for the world, actually.
Sure. So how you feeling, man? We did very well in Indiana, Jay.
I know. Yeah, that's good. I think it's really important that Hillary drops out. I think that's what's going to you mentioned your friend there. Is it Goodman?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw a pic by him today, and he was saying that he thinks Bernie's sure to win at this stage. But it's going to depend on the convention, right? What happens there.
I agree. In fact, I want to link people to the article for my friend H.A. Goodman. So, Jay, what's been the talk? What's the talk with your friends? What's being said? What's going on? Talk to me about how your friends feel about Bernie Sanders and what's happening in the U.S.
Well, yeah. So, in Britain, we've always had like a socialist party, the Labour Party, the British Labour Party, and currently we've got a really good leader for the Labour Party, Jeremy Corbyn. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's very similar to Bernie with a lot of his policies. And so, we see a parallel. We see a parallel there. And, I mean, it's really important, I think, if socialism is going to work, if wealth and power is going to be redistributed fairly, then it has to happen globally. And with America being the most powerful country in the world, if America doesn't become socialist, if America isn't on the same path as the rest of the world, if we try and vote in Jeremy Corbyn, for example, even if we manage to elect Jeremy Corbyn, I mean, if America's got President Trump or President Cruz or President Hillary or whatever, more corporate, people on the same side of those corporate forces, those corporate powers, I mean, there's no hope for socialism on this side of the Atlantic either. So socialism really needs to be global. We need America to be socialist. We need that to reverse all the crises which are going on, with the environment, with all the wars that are going on, with the bigger separation between the wealthiest and the poorest people. These need to be reversed. Capitalism has reached a crisis point, and if America doesn't elect Bernie Sanders, or a socialist leader, one way or the other, if America elects Hillary or Trump, it's going to be a disaster for the planet, a disaster in the way of war, a disaster in the way of increased poverty, and a disaster in the way of environmental collapse and destruction.
I agree, my friend. And I often wonder, Jay, why so many people are so reluctant to at least find out more information about democratic socialism, which, in my opinion, is a slightly different animal, at least to us in America, democratic socialism. Yeah. But sure. They, for some reason, Jay, they embrace capitalism to the extent where they don't realize it doesn't matter how much money you make if you don't have a planet to live on.
I know. I mean, the richest people in the world, the wealthy elite. I mean, they don't. It's the type of greed, you see. When you've got that type of money, when you're a billionaire, you're not really thinking. When you're profiting from other countries' warring against one another, when you're playing off one country against another, or environmental resources, when you're mowing down rainforests or destroying water tables or whatever for profit, then I think in that state of mind, you can't really have compassion. I think all these billionaires and these politicians and these people that are running the show, they're basically psychopaths. You know, they've got no compassion. You know, they really, like Hillary's comment. You know, when she was describing super predators. You know what I mean? That horrific video clip we all see. I mean, she could have been caught talking about billionaires. She could have been talking about describing the psychopathic, sociopathic mentality of her own cronies. You know what I mean? Right. And unless things are turned around, I mean, we're just on a one-way. The whole planet is on a one-way ticket to disaster. I don't know if you've heard of a political thinker from the last century called Rosa Luxemburg. She was a German socialist in the Weimar Republic before the rise of Hitler and Nazi Germany. And they murdered her. The Nazis murdered her, so she never got to see the horrors of the Holocaust and World War II and the rest of it. But she predicted it, and she described the situation in Germany at the time as being one of, she said, and the quote was, in our darkest hour, our only salvation can be socialism. It's socialism or barbarism. And when she was talking about the barbarism, and she was talking about Nazism and the rise of fascism. And I see America being at that precipice right now. Right now, you've got the options of Donald Trump, who's basically a fascist, basically a Nazi, and Cruz would be worse. And Clinton, who isn't as extreme, seemingly as extreme as her Republican friend. But she's basically different. She's representing the same forces, the same corporate forces, the same market forces, the same powers. And it's basically America's at a precipice. The world is at a precipice. It's facing the choice is socialism or barbarism. It's fascism or like you say, democratic socialism, a redistribution of wealth and power. There needs to be. There's been I've noticed there's been a lot of election fraud as well in this process, right? So there needs to be political reform as well. A lot of election reform in America, right?
I agree 100%. Look, Jay, I need to go to the next call, Jay, but I want to say I thank you so much for your call. And you can have the last comment before I do go to the next call. Is there something you'd like to leave people with from your side of the equation?
I'm watching your election year. I'm watching your election year very closely. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for America. I wish you all the best of luck, and I wish Bernie all the best of luck as well. And I really hope it works out well for you and for everybody else on the planet.
That's fantastic, Jay. I do want to let you know, Jay, it seems because you've mentioned it twice. You've called out the name Ted Cruz twice, and let me just tell you, let me be the first to inform you, Ted Cruz dropped out of the race today. It happened shortly after getting stomped by Donald Trump. So at least that fear is off the table. That that possibility is no longer a possibility in any real sense. Ted Cruz has suspended his campaign, so that's a good thing. And I am not, you notice there are no tears in my eyes, no welling up in the eye ducts. I'm happy about it. So thank you, Jay, for your call. Give it up for Jay from the UK. There are a couple points that Jay made, and once again, guys, the beauty of us having conversations and you really listen is that he brought up super predators, and Jay is so spot on, guys. Hillary had an opportunity. Why don't I have sound bites of Hillary saying very populist things in support of us? Where are those sound bites, guys? Why am I not seeing a super predator type comment about these rich tycoons pilfering from the people? Why is it that Bernie Sanders is the only one that these clips are there? Is it a conspiracy, Or did she not say those things because she's a corporate mouthpiece? I think she's a corporate mouthpiece. Thank you very much for that, Jay. Second, for anyone out there who's still reluctant to believe that capitalism taken to the extreme is bad, please go watch the movie The Big Short. Please go watch The Big Short. I encourage everyone to Netflix it. And the reason why I say do that is because I want you to understand how people do not care about people. And when it's only money that people are concerned with, what happens? Please watch that movie. You will find they knew the loans were bad. They knew eventually it would bottom out. They just didn't care. They just didn't care. And last but not least, oh, I'd already used it. Cruz dropped out. I just want to say it again. Bye, Cruz. Or as my man, as my friend Ice Cube would say,
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. All right, I'm going to go to the next call, man. Oh, man, I'm bad, but I mean well. I'm going to my friend at 949. 949, what's your name and where you calling from?
Is this me?
That's you. All you.
Oh, what's up, Tim Black?
What's up, man? Who are you? Who is this? This is my brother?
I'm Jerry. This is my first time calling. I'm Jerry Pacheco.
Jerry. Where you calling from, Jerry?
Yeah.
Where you calling from?
From California, Costa Mesa, Costa Mesa.
Costa Rica, my man. Oh, man, you got me jealous, bro. You make me want to go on vacation, man.
Vacation?
I'd love to go to Costa Rica, man.
There's out over here.
There's what?
No, there's not one day where there's no sun.
Oh, that's now you're just being mean, Jerry. You're just rubbing it in, Jerry. What's up? So, Jerry, talk to me, Jerry. How are you feeling today? What's up? Talk to me, man.
Okay, I'm feeling the burn. I just love this feeling. I did not care about politics just 3 weeks ago. I did not care a single thing about it. Then I learned about Bernie Sanders. And it just got me excited. I'm right now in my little neighborhood. It's kind of scary. The corporate media in this neighborhood right here, I actually go to high school right now, so every one of my peers still, they never even heard of Bernie Sanders, which is frightening me. Right. It's scary.
Right.
And the ones that did, mostly my teachers, said he was a socialist. And I asked him what a socialist was. He just gave me these BS answers saying he's like Mussolini.
Wow. Yeah.
It's kind of.
Yeah. It's horrible. It's horrible, and I blame the media. I blame the media, Jerry, because people don't know what they don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. When I asked them straight up, who would you vote for? They said, I'm voting for Clinton. And I would vote for Clinton. I asked, do you know about Bernie Sanders? Most of them said, who?
Right.
And when I asked them what did they get their news, most of them said either Fox, CNN, or MSNBC. And, oh, God.
I know it, Jerry. I feel you, brother. I feel you. I do, man. Well, look. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I was trying to have a nice little debate about Bernie's tax policies. A bunch of them said Bernie's gonna raise our taxes to extreme levels. We'll go broke, and none of them knew any of Bernie Sanders' positions on tax policy. None of them. I tried to tell them his tax policy doesn't even raise until you get $300,000 a year.
$250,000.
Oh my God.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. Doesn't even raise that much, like 5 points.
Right.
I mean, 5%. And none of them knew about it. One of my tweets was like a 40-minute rant. I think the Cruz was saying, if you make good, you can take it.
Okay, hey, Jerry, you're kind of breaking up on me there, brother. So before I go to the next call, Jerry, is there something you'd like to say before I move on? What's up, brother?
Okay. I'd like to say one thing.
Sure.
I would like to thank Senator Bernie Sanders for getting me into politics, getting me excited for the future of this generation.
That's it, man. That's it. Much love to you, Jerry. Thank you for calling in, man, and lending your voice to the movement. And you're right. A lot of people just don't know. But you know what, man? When you let people know the deal. That's why you got to get my shirt. Sprinkle the facts. Just sprinkle some facts on them and get out of there. Don't beat up on them. Don't make them feel stupid. Look, the media lies to them. If the media were telling you something, and you didn't for whatever reason, you just listened, because maybe you have a relationship with them. You've been watching them for years. You didn't know that they're lying to you. So when you correct people or you inform them, do it in a way, do it out of love, man. Do it out of love and do it lightly, okay? Because being right doesn't matter if you don't help the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, being right doesn't matter if the person goes, that doesn't help. So if you're going to inform people, do it the nice way. Do it diplomatically, do it gently, and just walk off, man. All right? Give it up for my man Jerry from Costa Rica, man. Now, if they start calling you out your name, and they start talking about your mama, they say something crazy, like your head is big and your ears are floppy, and start talking about your sister, your kids, your mother, or something, well, then you have my permission to let them have it. But other than that, man, just keep it simple. All right, guys, let me move it on to 510. 510, what's your name and where you calling from? I think I know you, though.
Yes, you do, Tim. It's Bruce out here in California. How are you tonight?
Man, I'm excellent, Bruce. I couldn't be better. How are you, my brother?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. I'm happy about Bernie's win in Indiana, but the polls are not showing the exit poll numbers.
Okay. What's
He's
up?
7 points off.
So
exit poll numbers are showing them 7 points further ahead than what they're showing. And our boy Lee Camp's all over that already, so we ain't got to worry about that.
I feel
Number
you,
two, Donald Trump winning the Republican nomination. Now, I sent you a gift list last week, the anonymous webpage, correct?
I guess so, brother.
The private message I sent you with all the anonymous page. We need to get that out, retweeting again, and make sure that we spam Donald Trump's Twitter with it. Give him all the information he needs on Hillary Clinton and her history.
Oh, you mean the paste bin? You mean that a paste bin from Anonymous? Is that
yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, that's out, man. Yeah, man, that's big. Yeah, everyone's tweeting that thing. It's with the breakdown.
Yeah,
it's the breakdown of all that information. It's a lot of data. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
We need to make sure that real Donald Trump gets sent that.
Oh no! We don't need to do that. No, man. We don't want to help Trump. No, that's not what it's about, Bruce.
Look, Hillary's people are listening to Trump to hear what he has to say, to listen to all his bigotry, all his racism. If he starts throwing some facts out there at them, maybe they'll start doing their research.
Oh, man. All right, okay, I see your point, Bruce. But look, man, that's a very thin line, brother.
One more thing real quick before I leave. Californians, we're being thrown two senatorial candidates, Garcia, who's already a sitting congresswoman, and Kamala Harris. Both have endorsed Hillary Clinton from the get-go. We have other candidates out there. Steve Stokes for Senate. He's my guy. I'm supporting him 100%. You guys need to look into him too. Let's not put any more of these corporate back in the office.
What's his name? Tell me his name one more time. That's very important. That's the most important thing you said. Steve Stokes?
Steve Stokes.
Okay. All right, brother. I will look into Steve Stokes, man. I'm all about helping Bernie-crats and people with similar platforms as Bernie. I'm all for that, man. Thank you, Bruce, man, for your phone call, my brother. I appreciate you for all your information, my friend. All right, guys, that's very important, man. We have to, look, my platform is open to bring on Bernie-crats. So important. Because the only way we're going to get superdelegates to really pay attention is we start shifting this race, and we start also focusing on the local politicians. We need to focus on our local politicians, our senators, focus on our representatives. We need to focus on our council members, whatever level. So when you have people like Mr. Stokes, Steve Stokes in California, I don't know what district he's running for, I don't know anything, okay? Let me know. Contact them and say, hey, you want to come on the Tim Black Show? Help hook that up, okay? I'm open to anyone coming on the show who has a Bernie platform, who's running for an office. They need a platform, man. MSNBC ain't gonna give it to them. Not gonna give it to them. All right? Okay. Let me keep it moving, guys. I got a 202 number. 202. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, my name's Jeff. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm just blessed to have found you. This is the new media. Things are changing. This is one indication of the change. There's a couple things I want to cover, and then I've got much to cover, but there's two things right now. And then as time goes on and we continue in this progressive movement, we can cover them, later. Time is short, but it's not that short. So we'll just cover a couple things on it if I could.
Go right ahead, Jess.
Okay, one is how effective. I'm really impressed. This is a multi-pronged movement. This is not just about Bernie. This is it's happening all at once in the progressive movement. I'm really impressed at the job that Black Lives Matter has done, how effective their direct democracy has been. Paying young people, paying to get into Hillary functions in some wealthy neighborhood, and showing the discipline to pull that off the way she did.
Yeah.
You have no idea how much frustration I've got out of my heart, my soul, by seeing that woman hold up that sign and then show the discipline and calmly walk out, and seeing Hillary lose her mind, not show any compassion to her cause, just acting like a reactionary when that went down. And that's really, I've shown that to all my students. I'm a high school teacher. I've woken some minds in my class, just showing that to African American kids who now are throwing their hands up and saying, Bernie, Bernie. How do you measure something like that? I just can't say enough about the job that Black Lives Matter has done. Wouldn't you agree?
Definitely, my friend.
And second is the Donna Edwards loss in Maryland, how the DNC poured all that money in. And how many African-American women senators have we had? Why aren't the Hillary bots talking about that? You see a Van Hollen, just another white male in the Senate. Whoa, how revolutionary is that, right? I'm tired of this. Donna Edwards is a good progressive, hard worker. She worked her butt off in that campaign, and then AIPAC pours tons of money in with the DNC and just fries her. Where's Donna Brazile on that? Tell me, where is she? Donna Brazile is she's a has-been. The tide's turning. Tonight was a great night because the RNC took a tremendous hit, and so did the DNC. The Berlin Wall is falling, so to speak, and I'm pretty fired up right now. And you're a part of that. I go to YouTube looking for something, and I find you. This is all coming together, my friend. This is all coming together. I couldn't be more excited. I'm 50 years old. I've been through the caucus campaign. I've been through the Clinton campaign. I just can't believe he might be back in the White House. Aren't we post-Clinton by now? My Lord. This system is is ridiculous. This system is stale. It's been stale for a long time. I'm not supporting Clinton anymore. I'm not supporting all those mainstream Democrats anymore. We need a multi-party system is what we truly need, and everyone agrees. Where's Donna Brazile on that?
No way.
How many non-competitive African American districts do we have? I work for a member of the Black Caucus in D.C. It's a joke. People falling asleep at meetings. It's just unbelievable. I worked for Cynthia McKinney there, and she would just come back shaking her head. She couldn't believe the incompetence. And why? what motivation do they have, Tim? They're elected every 2 years. They get 80% of the vote.
Yep.
You know, initially, the idea, spirit behind the districts was important, you know, initially 30, 40 years ago, but it's created a monster with these non-competitive districts.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And the tide is turning on all this, though, and I'm just really excited to have found you.
Well,
I'm really excited. I'm going to spread the word about your work. I know I won't shut up to even let you get a word in edgewise, but thank you.
Hey, well, look, Just, thank you so much, man. And I think we're both in the same area, Just. I'm here in Maryland. I'm in Waldorf, actually. Indian Head, right near Waldorf. And right up 210, Fort Washington. I want to say something, guys, and it's you brought up Donna Edwards, brother. And I want to speak to that because a friend of mine on YouTube, and I get so much information, right? I voted for Donna Edwards. I did a video of me and my son. My son, who's first time voting, we both voted for, and I told him, I said, Donna Edwards, because he didn't know. Of course, he's a Bernie supporter, of course. But Donna Edwards, I had to tell him about Donna Edwards. And I looked today, going through some messages on YouTube that look, guys, I'm real busy. I answer all my own email messages. I'm on a lot of platforms, not just on YouTube. So people know that, right? And one of my friends, Greg Porter, says, Tim, I need you to pull for Donna Edwards really hard in Maryland. And look, guys, I just did not have the bandwidth to get involved like I should have. I feel bad about Donna Edwards because I would have loved to have her on my show. I would have loved to fought harder for her. I didn't know until the last minute what was being done to her. Donna Edwards was railroaded. And you're right, Jess. Where was the DNC? But see, the DNC does not get behind progressive politics. They get behind establishment politicians who support corporations. They get behind corporatists. That's what they support. The DNC is just another leg, in my opinion, of the Republican Party, just a lighter version of it. So I will support Donna Edwards in any way, in any other progressive. But what I need help. I need help so that people like Donna Edwards, good people like Donna Edwards, don't fall to the wayside because I don't have the time to know or be aware or be up on everything concerning other candidates. That's why I need your help, guys. That's why I need to staff up. That's why I need to get more people involved. Okay, when I can't pay people, people are somewhat inconsistent. I can't pay people. And I can't tell people who need jobs to go do stuff if I can't even give them anything to assist me. So it's just me. And it's hard, guys. It's hard. So anyway, my bad. I just wanted to throw that out there. It really hurts me that Donna Edwards lost basically due to money. And we could have combated some of the money with attention, because that's what we got lots of. We got a lot of attention on social media, and that's money. Whether you know it or not, it's money. All right. Thank you very much just for that phone call, and let me take it. Okay, guys, I am going to get to everyone in the queue. This is too big a night for you not to get your opportunity to speak. But what you need to do is call up now while you still can, because the phones will go off at around 11. 323-870-4064. Call up and have your say regarding Indiana and regarding Ted Cruz dropping out and regarding Trump and regarding Hillary and stuff along that line, okay? I'm going to my next call. The call is 970. What's your name and where are you calling from, my friend?
Hi, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine. How you doing?
Hi, Tim. It's Marissa, 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 from Colorado.
Colorado. How you doing? What's up, lady?
Colorado. I'm doing fucking great. I'm really excited about Indiana, and Bernie's camp has kind of let a message out there the last few days or so that we possibly could win every single state remaining of the 10. So it's really time for us all to kick ass for Bernie. And I know we're so passionate about Bernie, and the army is growing bigger and bigger every day. of Bernie supporters, and I know we've been doing so much, donating, putting tons of comments on social media and on the internet, and we have been, spreading the word about Bernie and the truths and facts about Bernie, about his policies and what a wonderful man he has, what a great heart, what a great intellect he has, his civil rights record, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We've been pushing hard for Bernie, but it's time for all of us to give everything we've got to Bernie now, our entire soul, because it's not just America that needs Bernie now, it's the entire world, It's like, this is do or die. Don't kid yourself, anyone. This is a miracle. This is a man from God. And I'm not a religious person at all, but I'm spiritual. And he is a fucking gift from God. I tell you right now, he is an honest man. He has fucking integrity. He is beautiful. He is courageous. And his record is just about impeccable. I mean, he's perfect. I mean, he is an amazing, and I hear people say, oh, Bernie's not a perfect candidate. He's not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Well, you know what? Bernie pretty much is perfect, And it's like, if he's ever passed a law or something that was flawed, it had nothing to do with him or his intentions. It was what was set in the bill, and he always does the very best he can, always. And this is the situation. The whole world is rooting for Bernie. We actually have a real chance to have Bernie as president, and we have to give everything we have got in every way, just whatever way works for each individual. We are the Bernie army. We're growing stronger every day. We cannot let him not be the president this time. We need him. The entire world needs him. And Hillary is getting more and more and more exposed with her lies and darkness and corruption. And it's not going to go down. It's going up. Because the light in this world is getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. And we cannot accept Hillary for a second as president. We cannot let it happen. We have to give everything we've got. And I think it's really beautiful how you said a little earlier, Tim, you were saying we might need to make friends with the superdelegates. Well, you know what? You're probably right there. We need to rethink that. We actually need to blast them with love and light. Even though it's an unfair setup, we have to kind of now blast them with friendliness and be their friends, blast them with love and light, because guess what? Love and light and unity and celebration and truth is much more powerful and more enjoyable than the fear-mongering that Clinton and her campaign is doing. So that's about all I want to say. We need to blast truth about Hillary all over the internet. We can't let up. We have to take this now, right now, for Bernie. And yes, we need at least 1 million people to show up at the convention, but you know what? We could win every single state from here on out. That's basically what I want to say.
Wow. Hey, look, Marissa, you are amazing. You have such a great spirit. Give it up for Marissa, y'all. That's phenomenal, guys. I think I could just end the show right now. I think Marissa just killed it, guys. Let me check the post of the show. Oh, yeah, she killed it. It's dead. In a good way. In a good way. Marissa, thank you so much for your call, lady. Okay, so let's unpack Marissa's comments just a little bit. When she says, we need to give it all, what does she mean? She means phone bank. She means face bank. She means donate. She means canvas. She means get out and march. She means give somebody a ride to the polls. She means tweet. She means post. She means talk to your friends. Talk to your neighbors. That's what she means. Substantive things said, done. Actual things you do. Having good thoughts is not helping. All right, so we need to translate those good feelings, those good vibes into actual actions to get things done that will move us forward. Okay? Thank you so much once again, Marissa, for your comment. 504, I'm coming your waves, 504. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Ken, it's Eric. I'm calling from New Orleans.
New Orleans. I love it. I love it. What's on your mind, man?
Hey, man, I'm a new listener. I discovered you, I don't know, 3-4 months ago. I'm feeling the burn, and I'm always online, and I'm always looking for like-minded, good-spirited people, and you're one of those people, man. You always keep me up. You're a good, positive vibe, even on days when things seem to be going bad, you know?
Yes, sir. That's my job, man. That's my job.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. You know, that's the thing that Bernie has kind of brought out in me lately is, you know, I've always been an idealist. I'm 43 years old, and, you know, I've been leaning towards this pragmaticness of you know, living out my daily life, and I forget that I need to stand by my morals, you know, and Bernie reminded me about that. And, you know, he's got integrity, and he's lived it his whole life. And, you know, it inspires me. It's the first time I'm excited again about politics. You know, I've just been through the drudgery of life, and now I'm excited again. It's like, hey, I got something to do. I got to move forward. I got to keep going. And I love the Bernie supporters. I love everything about the whole movement. And it just makes life feel vibrant again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. You talking to the guy, man, man, I feel the same way, brother. Exactly the same way.
Yeah, and I feel you when I hear you talking, and you're always positive, even when it seems like a negative. You know, I'm right there with you. I got that same spirit. I want to be positive. I want to keep moving forward, and I think we can do this. I hear so many people with this energy and this vibe that it's not going to stop, man. We're going to take this all the way.
That's right. That's exactly it, man. Well, look, man, Eric, man, if you had one thing that you could say to the world, man, what would you tell them before you get off this line?
I would say the same thing that Bernie's saying. I said, hey, let's all come together. Let's find what unites us instead of what divides us.
Hey, man, give it up for this guy. This guy, Eric, man, I love his spirit, man. See, that's perfect. That's one of them at the top of the key 3 pointers you just hit, Eric. Exactly, man, about what unites us, not what divides us. And look, bro, I was sitting here doing YouTube, Eric. Just doing YouTube, doing videos, talking about police brutality, talking about injustice, worried about victims, regardless of what color they are, fighting for people, throwing myself into that. And then people like you, Eric, told me about Bernie Sanders. And initially, I was skeptical because, you know, I've been lied to before. And I took my time and I got to know him. I did my research. And I realized the things I was fighting for, the things that mattered to me, mattered to him. And have mattered to him before he started running for president. See, unlike these LGBTQ people who support Hillary, Bernie supported me 20 years ago. I don't have to make excuses for him supporting me. He didn't support a Klan member. He didn't do a eulogy for a Klan, a knight of the Ku Klux Klan, and then have to explain why he did it. He didn't call black people super predators. And now I have to explain, well, you know, that's just what they said back then. You know how we are. Some of us are predators. And then somehow look myself in the mirror or look into the eyes of my son or my daughter or, you know, I don't have to make excuses for why it's okay to give $200,000 speeches to the people that bankrupted our economy and took people's pensions out of their pockets that they worked hard for. I don't have to make excuses for a candidate who would say they're against lead in water but then be for fracking, which puts much worse than lead into water, and make that okay. Because, you know, everybody does stuff that's wrong. See, I don't have to be cynical or a liar or a hypocrite when I support Bernie Sanders. And if I had to, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be worth it to me. So that's why I support Bernie Sanders. It's not because I'm blind. It's not because I'm a part of a cult. It's because I did the research. And I don't have to make excuses for supporting them. So once again, thank you so much, Eric, for your call, my brother. I appreciate you. 718. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tim. It's Mimi Martinez from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, man. I got some New York people in the house tonight. Give it up for New York tonight, man. I just love it, man. I just love it, man.
Thank you for having me, Tim. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Last time I spoke, I was fuming mad, so this time I'm a little bit more level-headed. But I was really mad. The reason why, because last week we were doing stuff with the Board of Elections for voter fraud, and it was just really it was mind-boggling. I was really angry the whole week. But I do have some information about that. What they're basically for the Board of Elections, they are experiencing federal laws were basically violated, and they're basically saying that certain areas and certain blocks of the buildings were targeted for purge, and so what had happened was the lawsuit. They had a lawsuit and they furthered it, but a lot of the minorities were just affected. And I spoke to some people there who at the time when they were protesting, they're happy about how things are going, and in fact they still are protesting. They had a protest today.
Okay.
And it just makes us see our elections are just not fair at all.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I just wanted to bring that to that attention that New York was definitely voter fraud, and
right.
let's to bed, okay? Because that's just happened. I know a lot of Hillary supporters are actually engaged into debates with them, and they are totally out of touch with reality.
Right.
About this situation.
Right.
Another thing I wanted to bring up was before we were talking about Obama and his voice speaking in a value that says, you know, he would support her. But I mean, I think Obama has a personal grudge against her, and I wouldn't blame him for all the smears and disgusting tactics she used. But I think that he's on that platform with her. He does go around promoting the TDP, and that essentially will go against what Bernie is. So it makes me question, where does Obama, our president, align? I think he came in wanting change, just like Bernie, and maybe he reflects, you know, some of those with him. But I mean, I don't know his agenda, and it really makes me feel kind of worried about that.
I got
One
you.
more other thing.
Real quick now, Melissa, I got to go to the next one. Go ahead.
Puerto Rico's primary is coming up, and if I can get people, bilingual speakers, to join me, I'm a phone banker, and I do as many calls as I can a day. The goal is 200, but, you know, if anyone has any time and at any, you know, that they can give towards text banking, phone banking, in California, we need, a lot of the population is Latino. I would really appreciate if we could get some more bilingual speakers to phone bank, text bank, whatever you can do, and whatever time that you can give to donating. Really do have to put our heart and soul in it, as Lisa has said, and it's really important that we now, for the last 10, really give it all that we've got.
Right.
To go all out and do as much as we can. We need to regroup and start thinking about putting our efforts in full force. If we didn't do it before, let's do it now, and if we did do it before, let's do it again. You know, the world is watching, and we have tons of love, and I think we should definitely keep going with this. One more thing I want to leave off with is one of my favorite quotes is, "You cannot oppress the people who are not afraid anymore. We have seen the future, and the future is ours." And I just want to put that.
Okay, I'm about to cut you off, woman. You taking up the phone. Look, but I love you for it, and I appreciate you, and you finished so strong. Look, guys, I got to reiterate what you just said. Give your time. It's the most valuable commodity you can give, but we need it. It's not enough to feel good. It's not enough to jump up and down and be happy tonight. I want you to, but translate that into action, and if you can give time and you can phone bank, it's so valuable, okay? That's what you can do. So you want to know what you can do? Do that. Do that. Phone bank, all right? Go to Bernie Sanders for President on Reddit, or just go to BernieSanders.com. I'm sure if you go to BernieSanders.com, you'll find everything. And also, someone said, Tim, could you do phone banking live on the show? I don't know if that's legal. But I will try it. I'm going to look into it because I would love to show you how easy it is and how fun it is. I've done it before, and I would like to show you guys that, okay? I've phoned back. I haven't done it for Bernie, but I've done it in the past election. And I thought, I was under the thing where, doing all these videos and doing all the stuff I do, that's great. But I think I need the phone bank, too, in this coming stretch. So, guys, I'm going to put my money, I'm going to put my time where my time is. And though I do 2 shows a day, if I can do it, I know you can do it, okay? All right, let me keep going. 216, please tell me your name and where you're calling from. We're in the stretch.
Hey, Tim, it's Nambi. How are you this evening?
Hey, Nambi, how you doing?
I'm doing good. You know what? I wonder why Cruz did one of them all out, gonna jump on Trump and whoop his butt and talk about his mama. I said, he's got something up his sleeve. Yeah, he was planning on leaving. He was going to leave by having the last word. He already knew he was out.
Wow. You think so, huh? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I'm going to leave, but before I go, I'm going to say my piece.
Right.
Now it's just Kasich and Trump. And I'm telling you, even though I'm not for Kasich, I hope he doesn't drop out. I hope he stays in there, and because I swear, something has got to happen at the last minute to kick Trump to the curb. Something has got to happen.
I don't know, Nambi. I don't see it, but hey, you never know.
90 seconds.
Ouch. You never know. You never know, but I don't see Kasich as being strong enough to do it. I just don't see it, Nambi. You know you're in Ohio, right?
Yeah. I know. I know. Now, Hillary.
Uh-huh.
I've been saying from the beginning that something's going to happen that's going to drag Hillary out. Hillary, it seems like she got such a strong lead, but I don't know. I got this feeling something's going to happen with her.
Yeah.
I think something's going to happen to her.
Me too. Nabi, it's called Reality Check. But look, Nabi, I gotta keep it going, Nabi. I got like 10 people in the queue, and my phone gonna cut off, woman. So tell me, you can have the last word, Nabi. Go ahead and have the last word. What's on your mind before you go?
Okay, what's on my mind? I've been talking to friends of mine who at first were for Bernie and are now for Hillary. And they're now for Hillary because she's talking all these strong women's rights stuff. And it's mostly women that's backing Hillary.
Right.
These women are in for a big surprise and disappointment.
10 seconds.
They are. I feel sorry for them, but they'll learn. They'll learn to think for themselves.
I feel you. Thank you so much for the call, Nabi. And you're right. That's her major core, major base are women. And maybe they'll wake up, and hopefully we can do something about that. 956, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Hello. How you doing?
Hey, it's Aaron calling from Texas.
Oh, you said Andy?
Yeah.
Andy, what's up, Andy? What's on your mind tonight, Andy?
I'm a college student. I'm from McAllen, Texas. we're like 10 minutes away from Mexico.
Cool.
And I just got out my finals right now. And yeah, I really have no choice. Like, he's the only one he's the only one talking about free college. I mean, I don't see if you're a college student, I don't see how you can vote for anyone else but Tony.
Right. I feel you.
Yeah.
And is it just the college that does it for you? Is there anything else that makes you feel good about Bernie?
Drugs, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's big, though. Don't get me wrong, it's big. My son is going to college in the fall, so I feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, it affects minorities a lot. And, one thing I wish Tony would say to Hillary is that, like, she would lock up more black people.
Yeah.
Because she's not going to change the weed schedule at all.
Right.
That's going to keep affecting minority communities and putting them in jail.
Yep. Yeah. Well, look, Andy. Thank you, Andy. It's just a very busy night on the phones tonight, Andy. It's not always quite this busy.
Yeah.
It's just because everybody's so pumped up tonight. But look, Friday, Andy, you're a new caller. Friday is Freedom Friday, and if you have something else you want to add to the conversation, you get 5 minutes, and you'll be able to just say it, all right? So give it up for my friend Andy from Texas, and keep your grades up, Andy. 718, what's your name and where you calling from?
Is that me?
That's you, all you.
Hey, Tim, I'm Jill. I'm calling you from New York. And I'm about an hour north of the city, but my number is still Brooklyn. So I just wanted to say that Bernie wiped the map with my county up here. And I couldn't be happier about Indiana. I've been with him from the start, and you have been such a positive influence on my day-to-day supporting him. I can't even thank you enough. So all that you were saying earlier about feeling bad, about not being able to do everything for all the candidates who are doing their best to be Bernie-crats and get, I just have to say, you have no idea what you're doing for so many people, in this race. So thank you for that. Thank you for the pep talks and everything. And then two, I just have to say, when I hear about Hillary Clinton with her support from women, I have to say, well, what about the women in Haiti and Honduras and Libya and Iraq? All right? And can you still hear me?
Yes. Hey, I hear you, sister. I hear you, sister.
I'm trying to make it short because I did have something specific I wanted to talk about real quick tonight. But I have to say one thing to the man who sounds really nice from California. He called earlier and said we have to support Trump. I sent him all these facts. Trump doesn't need us to support him. He's got the DNC to support him, all right? You know what? And he's got the media to support him. Okay. That's what all the other callers were saying about supporting Bernie is what we have to do now. Yeah. And I agree with all the other callers saying that 100%. He's just, a great candidate, and he has my support. And finally, I have to say just real quick that right after the results from Indiana were coming in, my husband was listening to MSNBC out in our living room, which I never listen to if I can help it, but I couldn't help but hear Chuck Todd talking about, now we're faced with this sad reality of two very unpopular candidates. And I wanted to say to him, you greased the wheels for this, What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I couldn't believe it. And finally, I have to ask you, is the DNC, could they really be so dumb about this? I mean, are they really not aware of the, when you hear the support that Bernie has, you hear these callers, it's amazing. And if you talk to a Hillary supporter, they can recite, the basic things from her website, but they can't, everyone I've talked to can't drum up the spirit that the Bernie folks have. And voters vote on emotion, Right. And if I can see that, a school teacher, then how come I don't get it. And I wanted to hear what you had to say about that. So that's all. And thank you so much for taking my call.
You got it, Jill. Thank you so much for the call. I'm going to have to leave that question for later just because I want to get to everybody before the phones cut off. My mic won't ever cut off, but the phones will cut off. 417, how you doing? Where you calling from and what's your name? I'm sorry.
Hey, my name is Mike. I'm from Missouri.
Hey, Mike from Missouri. What's on your mind tonight?
Yeah, first of all, I'm going to say that I don't always agree with you, but I always appreciate your content that you produce.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I'm not a Bernie supporter due to ideological differences, but I have a serious question to ask.
Okay.
Now, if Bernie does not win the nomination and he ends up supporting Clinton, would that not make him a hypocrite?
A hypocrite. Oh man, I don't know, man. But look, is that your only question? That's what you called in tonight about Indiana for? That's your question, right?
Yeah, it's my only question.
Okay, well fine. Well look, I'm gonna hold your question to the end of the show. My phone line is gonna die briefly, and I want to make sure I get everybody in that's online holding. I don't want to waste time answering that question, and someone who won't get a chance to add to our conversation, in a functional or substantive manner. Let me keep it moving to 646. 646, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Is it me?
It's you. It's all you.
Oh, thank you. I've been watching you just for a little while right now. My name is Bernadette, and I'm calling from New York City. I'm originally from England, and I just love you, Tim. And I was multitasking between listening to you and MSNBC, and it just pissed me off so much, Tim, that they didn't give Bernie any credit tonight. It was like thought was of Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, and then when Bernie won, they showed him for a moment, and that was it. Done.
Yep.
I'm so fed up and stuff.
I'm used to it by now, Bernadette. That's what they do all the time. They did it 7 states in a row when we went on the roll there. Yeah, that's what they do. It's horrible. It's horrible.
It's terrible, but you know what? I discovered you on Daily Kos video on one of the Bernie Sanders, I don't know, it was a blog, and I'm so happy. I'm not going to go on because I'm probably going to sound stupid. I'm not that political. I'm from England. But I love you. I want to support you, and I'm honored to have found you. And I thank you so much, Tim.
Well, thank you, Bernadette. Thank you so much for calling in and for your kind words, lady. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. What good is a show without good people, right? I mean, I could talk to myself in my garage, but that wouldn't be much fun, and the people may come throw a net over me. So it's great to have people to talk to and to inspire. So thank you so much, Bernadette. Let me keep it moving, guys. Let me try to get everybody in. 323. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Carlos from LA.
Carlos from LA. What's up, Carlos?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to the conversation about earlier you were talking about how Trump is going to trash Clinton, which he is, but I don't think it's going to be on substantive issues. I think it's just going to be because he won't be able to help himself go for the woman's card comments and appear sexist. And I think, unfortunately, it's just going to be a campaign about sexism, and we're not going to get to the substantive issues. So I don't think that's going to help Bernie very much.
I disagree with you. He's already started to hit on substance.
Well, okay. I wanted to make that point.
Yeah, he's already.
I think it's going to get mired. I think Clinton is going to keep. Punching back on the sexism, on the feminist, her feminist card, as they say, and I think that people are just going to keep rallying around that because most voters are very low information voters, and that's all they're going to hear is those slogans. So I hope I hope I'm wrong. But anyways, I just wanted to put that point out there.
Okay.
And also make the point, and then I'll just leave you with this, is I do want to just make the point that the movement is more important. Right now, the focus of that movement is Bernie Sanders, but I do want to just encourage the appreciation of the movement as a continuing force that is going to be here before and after Bernie Sanders. And corporate media, he has such a disadvantage with corporate, the bias against him in corporate media, which is a huge issue that's going to be here before and after Bernie Sanders and is continuing to affect us on a daily basis. So he has such an uphill climb, so which I think it's even more extraordinary, and the fact that they're not reporting on that on MSNBC and CNN and all that should be an indication of how deep we are in this corporate media bias.
Okay.
So
All
I
right.
just wanted to add that.
Okay, Carlos, thanks for your call, my friend. All right, let me keep it going. 770. How you doing, 770? What's your name and where you calling from?
Tim, it's Dave from Stone Mountain.
Dave, what's up, man? Talk to me, Dave.
Well, I've been watching this stuff for a while, and I know you're busy tonight. I wanted to make 2 quick points, man. It's kind of a big deal for tonight. Bernie came in tonight. He just lost us 4 out of 5, and he lost New York. He had $20 million less worth of donations this month. I'm pretty sure that he went into the vote tonight with the least amount of Democratic support he's had the entire election. And we all know, we've been seeing these people give up. But the point I bring up those negative things is because he still won, Tim. He won pretty handily. And it's obviously because independents, and tonight was pretty much the proof in the pudding about just how strong independents are. That the Democrats voting for the nomination, it doesn't really matter. Independents are going to decide the election, not Republicans and Democrats.
Thank you, Dave. Right. Keep going, brother.
And basically, independents overruled the Democratic Party tonight. I guarantee you, if independents wouldn't have been able to vote, he would have lost by 5 or 10 points.
Yep.
So I think this is a real eye-opener. It was an eye-opener for me, and I know how strong a candidate he is.
Right.
But I just want to let everybody know that it is not over. This guy, if he still has this much support after everything that's happened, that is incredible. He still won. And that's it. I know you're busy, so I'm just going to leave it there. But I did want to bring up another point real quick, is about the donations that Clinton supports. That is a huge story to him. 1% of the donations she wins go to the people below her. 1%, and she just got fit. Let me point out what that means. Like, out of the $15 million or so she got from Clooney, $150,000 is all that went to the people below her. That is a huge story. You remember how much she gave Bernie all that shit about not helping the party, and all she gave was 1%? That is a huge story. That is disgusting. That is the kind of greed and bullshit that Bernie is fighting against to begin with.
Yep.
And that is just, but those were the 2 main points I got from basically the past week, and that's it, Tim. I appreciate it.
God, thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave, man. I appreciate you, man. Great points. I wish I could elaborate, talk about it, but I want to get everybody in. 910, what's your name and where you calling from? Good. Hey, 910, what's up? 910, you're live with Tim Black. Who's this?
This is Simon.
Damn. Okay, hello? Yeah, who's this?
Hello?
Yeah, why are you yelling, man? You okay?
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. How are you doing?
Okay. What's your name and where you calling from, my friend?
Hello?
Yeah.
From Bragg, North Carolina. How you doing, sir?
Wow, man, you're coming in really hot, man.
Hello?
Yeah, you're coming through really hot.
Hello?
You're coming through very hot. Are you on speaker or something? What's up?
Oh, here, I got you.
Okay. What's on your mind today? Yeah, what's on your mind today, North Carolina?
Not too bad. My name is Sarah Wilkways. I very much appreciate you finally getting into you. I've been trying for about 2 damn hours, but here's the thing. North Carolina doesn't have the most, how do you say, appreciative color in the work. How you doing?
What's your comment, brother, regarding Indiana? Indiana and Cruz dropping out, Trump or Bernie Sanders, and what happened in Indiana? Talk to me.
Well, here's the damn thing about Indiana.
Yeah.
It's, hello? Hello? Indiana is pretty much...
All right, guys. All right.
Bye, Felicia.
All right, let's keep it going, guys. 585, you're live with Tim Black. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Tim.
Hey.
Hey, it's Cindy from Rochester, New York.
Cindy from Rochester.
And,
good to hear from you.
Yeah, just want to go briefly on a few things. And the one thing I want to get to is about when you said about Michelle, Michelle and Obama, whether they support Hillary or not. But first, I just want to go to the news of the day. And so we had good news with the Zodiac killer dropped out. You know, that's the good news. The bad news is he can go back to his old profession. And also, yeah, we took Indiana. Yes. And, the one thing, Lady Ewell, who, I actually met through here, had put on Twitter today about Lake County, how they weren't reporting, and they didn't for a long time, and they're a big county. And they didn't report till didn't even start till a lot of them were already well in. And, that was because, but they already had votes because it was absentee votes. But the thing is, they actually, now that they're reporting, they're like the only county that has a huge gap between Bernie and Hillary. And they're also one that doesn't give any written, they have machine ballots with no paper readout, and they have a 10,000 vote gap. Every place else, at the most, it's like 1,000. And on this one, she's like 10,000 votes ahead in that one county. So it just kind of seems a little bit suspicious. I don't know, maybe not, but it seems that way. Anyways, the other thing I wanted to get to about Michelle and Barack Obama, there was a book last year about that had article that was about people in the White House from their servants and things. And according to that, Michelle Obama hates Hillary Clinton. She can't stand her. And she doesn't even want her around the White House while she's in there or anything. So that might say why she isn't speaking up. And the other thing is with President Obama at the correspondence dinner the other night, which we haven't really talked about here, he actually was pretty positive on Bernie. And, the one thing that it sort of stood out when he first said it was the thing about, comrade, you haven't come and seen me, comrade. And the reaction was it was sort of a diss on the socialism thing. But then when you think about it, it's like maybe it's sort of that, okay, they call us all socialists and they call us all communists, and, the right-wing press. So it was more like making a joke on that. I don't think it was really a diss because everything else he said was pretty positive about Bernie, and he took some real deep digs at Hillary with the Goldman Sachs thing and the CP time he brought up and said it's jokes white people should never make.
Okay.
And he sounded kind of ticked off when he said it.
Okay.
You know, and it's like all the really nasty digs were going at Hillary.
Right. Okay, Cindy, I got to leave it there. Hillary, Cindy, we got to keep it moving. Thank you so much for your call. You know, I did a show on the on the breakfast, on the dinner, on the Washington dinner, and we did kind of go over that stuff. 856, I want to get everybody in. I don't want to miss anyone. 856, Indiana. What's your name and where you calling from? 856, you're live with Tim Black. How you doing?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? You're live.
Oh, hey, this is Gina. This is Gina from Jersey. And you said Indiana, I got confused.
Oh, my bad. Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm just trying to keep people on point because they're talking about other stuff and trying to kind of keep it in the same wheelhouse. How you doing, Dina?
Oh, gotcha. I'm doing fine. I'm so happy we won Indiana, and I think it was a total gift from God because I think people were getting a little despondent, thinking that Bernie was out, and I think they were believing the hype.
Right.
It's on CNN and MSNBC, and it's all hype. That's exactly what it is, and I hope people finally get it through their heads that we can't believe any of the lies that are out on these major news networks. We can believe you, we can believe Nina Turner, Killer Mike, we can believe Bernie Sanders, but we cannot believe what these major media outlets tell us. And number two, it really makes me sick to my stomach. One of your callers said it, and I thank God for that woman. I'm a woman, and I don't like the fact that Hillary is trying to make women feel like we have to vote for her just because she's a woman, and we should be all about having a female president. I want the best president, and the best president right now is going to be Bernie Sanders, not Hillary Clinton. She will never get my vote, never ever get it, and I admit I'm a little torn because there's so many low information voters out here, and I hate it because a lot of them, I won't say a lot, I take that back, because some of them are also African American voters. And it bothers me, and I don't like this talk that CNN and MSNBC constantly have out there about, oh, well, Hillary is getting the black vote and the Latino vote, et cetera, et cetera. She does not deserve our vote. At all, she doesn't deserve it because she called us super predators. Her and her husband put more of us in prison than any other time in history. And then one last thing I want to say, and I'm tired of her saying, when we point out stuff that Bill Clinton did, she's quick to say, well, that was during my husband's term. It wasn't me. Well, she championed everything he did. And the other thing is Bernie went to the Vatican to sit down and talk with the Pope. When her husband, who was also championing her election right now, when her husband was running for president, he took a couple days off the campaign trail to go and witness the execution of a severely retarded African-American man to win certain voters. That's what he did. She was a Goldwater girl too, and I'll never forget it, and she will never ever get my vote. Thank you for being you, Tim Black. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Dina, for that very powerful comment and sharing your thoughts with us. Let me try to get everybody in. I love it, guys. Thank you so much. 805, what's your name and where you calling from? Hello, 805. You're live with Tim.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. This is my first time finding the show and everything, and I've been listening to it for about a half an hour now, and I love the positivity and the knowledge, and I plan on listening to speed more.
Well, thank you, my friend. Is there anything that's on your mind tonight regarding Indiana, regarding Bernie Sanders or Cruz or Trump, anything?
Yeah, I mean, the whole Republican Party is trash. I say that. Ted Cruz was just a creepy guy. Trump's not any better. But more so, Bernie, I was proud to support Barack Obama, and I got to be honest, it was partially because he was black and chaotic, I feel so much more towards Bernie than I did back then, even though I have my own reasons. But Bernie is just he's talking about things that no one else is talking about. He's talking about things that people actually never talk about in the media and voice, and that's why I think he's going to be the next president. He needs to be the next president.
I agree with you, man. I do. Look, man, thank you so much for your call, man. Tonight is very busy. It's a big night. People are up. People are calling in. They're just pumped up. But we have a Freedom Friday where people call in. They get longer time to talk. I won't be so quick to kind of like move things along. I just want to make sure I get everybody an opportunity. As you heard, I had people that have been in queue quite some time, and I would feel bad if they couldn't get their voice on. 317, what's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Shirley in Indianapolis.
Shirley. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. That's why I had to move the calls along.
I am so happy. You just don't believe it. So I went to the polls this morning. I voted for Children's Museum. That's my polling place. And I had my ID and my voter registration card. And don't you know that they tried to question me? They just didn't know who they were messing with.
I'm telling you.
So I told them, I know. And so I had my mother with me. She's a senior citizen. And my mother said, don't you start. But we did it.
That's it.
We did it. I'm so happy and I'm so surprised, but I can't believe it.
Right.
I'm
right.
so happy.
Well, look, Charlene, we appreciate you calling in. We're happy.
Shirley.
Oh, you said Shirley. Shirley, my bad, Shirley.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you.
I've spoken with you before.
you were so excited. You know what, Shirley? Look, you did it. You did it. We're so happy that you did it.
We did it.
We did it. Oh, see, this is Shirley's the bomb. You the bomb, Shirley. This is amazing. Look, Shirley, I got to go to the next call. Thank you so much.
That's fine.
You got it. You had fun, too, and you be safe. You sound a little bit too happy. I don't want to hear about you, throwing parties till 4 o'clock in the morning, drinking. I want you to be able to go to work tomorrow, all right? All right. I had another caller talking about she was up celebrating, said she was drinking and eating nachos. So she's going to be on the toilet and she's going to be hungover tomorrow. See, that's not what you need. We need you to go to work to earn that money so you can send that $27 this month. All right? All right. Let me wrap it up. I got a couple more people. We're making good time. I just wanted to be sure. All right? 434. I think I know who this is. I hope you have a comment for me today, man. 434, how you doing?
Hey, Tim.
What's up, man? How you doing?
So doing I just enjoying the show, bro.
Oh, okay, man. I'm going to let you fall back then, Mystical, man. I never know. I got to check on you, man. You've been with me for 3 years. When I see you in queue, I got to try to put you on the show because if I'm wrong, see, look, here's how it works, y'all. And people call the queue, I never know if they're here to listen or if they're here for the show, if they're here to talk on the show. So I just see them. And there's some people who've been calling me for 3 years, and if I don't put them on, then they be mad at me. Tim, man, I was in the queue for 2 hours, waiting for you to pick me up. I didn't know you. How could you do me like that, Tim Black? I'm like, I didn't know, brother. I thought you were just listening. Okay. All right, guys. I'm very happy to say I got a clean queue. I got to everybody now. Now, guys. Now I can go back and comment on some of these comments. A couple of brothers. I had this guy. He had a question. He said, who was this guy? Okay, the guy who called in, he said, Tim, if Bernie decides at the end of this that he will throw his support behind Hillary Clinton, does that make him a hypocrite? No, it doesn't make him a hypocrite. Here's why. He's already said that he feels that Hillary is better than Trump. He's already said that. But he's also said that Hillary will have to earn her votes with us. That his decisions, whatever those decisions are, will not impact and should not impact what people do. Because Hillary should have to earn her votes. That he cannot knight her as whatever, and then people just go vote for her. So him being a human being who's entitled to his vote, similar to you, sir, who already made it clear you're not a Bernie supporter, you're a Trump supporter. Does it make you a hypocrite that you would call in my show, a show that's supportive of Bernie, and you call in knowing you're a Trump supporter? No, it doesn't make you a hypocrite. It makes you wrong, in my opinion. It makes you foolish, in my opinion. No, I'm just kidding. You're not foolish. We have a different ideology. I think that it'd be better not to go to war, even if we can make money doing it. I think there's better ways to earn a living than to blow up children and women and men too. Men like to live too. So, that's just how I feel about it, So anyway, guys, to answer your question, sir, no, I wouldn't think he was a hypocrite. I would think he was wrong, but I think he's entitled to his vote, and it would not impact me not one iota. I will not vote for Hillary Clinton. I don't care if Bernie votes for her. I don't care if Bernie says, I really like you now, Hillary. I don't care. I do not care who says it. I will not vote Hillary. That's my right. One man, one vote. The answer is no. Okay, the other question. Carlos from LA, he called and he said a lot of stuff. He said he was being supportive. He felt it was important to be supportive. And then in the same breath, my man Carlos from LA talked about he thinks that Trump won't do any damage to Hillary. Carlos, man, I know I told you not to watch mainstream media. I know I told you that. Because mainstream media is garbage, right? But guy, you got to do some research. You need to know this stuff, okay? Trump's already caught Hillary in the polls. Just 2 weeks ago, she had him by 5 or 6 points. Did you know already in some polls he has passed her? Not by much, but by enough for us to go, And you know what things he's bringing up? He's bringing up Benghazi. He's bringing up emails. He's bringing up shady dealings and scandals. He's bringing up her vote on Iraq. He's bringing up all the things politicians would bring up. So your idea that he's just going to be this crazy idiot just talking about her breast size or her pant size or her hips or how much she goes to the bathroom is wrong. Look, listen, guys. I want people to know this. And Carlos, I got love for Carlos. Facebook, I got love for Carlos. Carlos just doesn't understand. Listen, Trump is not stupid. He's not stupid. Look, say what you want to say about Trump or about any of these candidates. They're not dumb. Trump was saying things to get support. When it gets to the general, Trump will change his tune because it's advantageous to change somewhat. He's already started doing it. Maybe you weren't here earlier for the show when I brought up the fact that Trump went against all of the GOP, and he said about the whole issue about bathrooms and transgender folks. Well, he said if Caitlyn Jenner came to his bathroom in his Trump Tower, she could use whatever bathroom she wants. See, because Trump is not an idiot. He really does want to be president. And if you think Trump will throw away, he's already said, Carlos, Trump has already said, I'm going to become more presidential. I will not blow it. Because he realizes if he continues to do what he's been doing to get here, he will lose. So that's in response to Carlos. Was there anything else? Oh, Cindy called in. I think it was Cindy. And she said that there was that Michelle Obama hates Hillary, and that there was a book written by some people who were servants, which is a weird name to say, people who worked in the White House, I hope you met, who said that Michelle Obama does not like Hillary, and I think I kind of sensed that. Why am I not surprised? You know, any spouse would hold on very tightly to the very negative stuff that Hillary said about their spouse. The spouse who was being ridiculed probably would be a lot more forgiving. Not so much the partner who only cares about what? About their spouse who you've been bad-mouthing. So I can kind of understand why Michelle wouldn't let go of all the hateful, insightful, sometimes bigoted rhetoric that came out of the mouth of Hillary Clinton. So I'm with that. Yeah, guys, I feel like Shirley right now. Shirley from Indy. who was happy as hell. I just feel the same way, guys. I'm pumped up about it. I'm ecstatic about it. We got the W, but look, guys, what's most important is that we go out and we translate these good feelings into actual actions. And we look, and we do not buy into mainstream media. And I know some of you guys, you watch my stuff, right? You watch my stuff, and then you go watch their stuff, and then you feel down, and then you come back and watch my stuff. Stop doing that to yourself. Stop watching that crap. They're never going to call it straight for you. If you don't have the ability to compartmentalize the negativity from Wolf Blitzer, Don Lemon, Anderson Cooper, Rachel Maddow, Chuck Todd, all these people, if you can't compartmentalize it, then don't watch it. Because you get all knocked down and then I got to pick you all up again. It's heavy. It's a lot of people. I need you to stay up. I got guys saying, I'm going to block you, Tim, if you talk about CNN again. I have to tell you what's going on. But you don't have to buy into their narrative. Don't buy into the narrative. They are there to demoralize you. I'm here to inspire you. That's my job. Now, last thing, guys. Last thing. We did damn good, didn't we? We did damn good. We did pretty good, didn't we? Oh, yeah, we did pretty good. We kind of kicked the heck out of them, didn't we? Yeah. Got the Bernie. I got my Bernie thing on, my Bernie lapel. There we go. Bernie lapel button, everything. Did kind of good, didn't we? Yeah, we did. We did fantastic, guys. Listen, independent media is the way to go. People are watching what we're doing. I want to say shout out to all my callers tonight. You guys were phenomenal. Thank you so much for calling in all the way from the UK, all the way from Costa Rica, from every state in the union. Thank you so much for calling in and being a part of this show. Thank you for all the props that people gave me. Thank you for loving what I do. I love what I do. I believe in what I do. If I don't believe it, I won't do it. It's not about a paycheck for me. I was getting a paycheck before. This is about love and doing what I feel is right. And I think you sense that. And it's all me. It's no spin. If you support this show, I would appreciate it. Go to Tim's Take Live on Patreon. That's Tim's Take Live. And donate to the show monthly. I'm not a bill collector. If you don't like the show at some point, just stop. No one will come looking for you. I won't send you any hate letters. You know? Consider giving to independent media. That's how we stay independent. Also, you want to do a one-time donation? I won't be mad at you. PayPal me at timstake2@gmail.com. That's timstake2@gmail.com. All that being said, I do 2 shows a day, Monday through Friday. I got a show coming up at noon. That's just 12 hours from now. I'll be back doing another show for anybody who missed this show, plus including information that happened in the morning. Because I'm tireless, man. And that's how you win. I'm tireless, just like Bernie Sanders. I just keep going and going and going. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I will see you soon. Feel the burn. We are still Sanders. Hashtag we are one. Hashtag America together. Hashtag. Did y'all see what we did? And look, they tried, Hillary tried to take our cornbread. She came up to us, she was like, "Are you gonna eat your cornbread? Are you gonna eat your cornbread? Are you gonna eat your cornbread? Are you gonna eat your cornbread?" And I told her, what did I tell her? What did Bernie tell her?
Nobody take no cornbread from me.
Ain't nobody taking no cornbread from me. He said,
nobody take no cornbread from me.
And then Hillary said,
maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
Bernie looked her up and down, right in the eyes. He said,
there's going to be consequences and repercussions.
And that's when he told her, finally.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. I'm Tim Black. I love you guys. You know what I do at the end of every show. What do I do, guys? I do it. I give homage. I give homage to my favorite comedian of the last 10 years. It's a comedian that you all know. And how does he do it?
Let's sprinkle some crack on him and get out of here.
Let's sprinkle some facts on it and let's get out of here. I'm Tim Black. Go get a t-shirt. That's my new t-shirt. Let's sprinkle some facts on them and get out of here. That's what I need you guys to do. Oh, before I leave, since you gave me 2.5, almost 3 hours of your time, how about I give you guys a couple minutes of my time and shout you out? That's a nice idea. Give it back to your audience. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Maybe some other people in independent media will start copying this too. They're copying everything else. Give it up to Jennifer Vickers. Jennifer Vickers, thank you so much, Jennifer, for being here. Patricia Dursum, thank you, Patricia, for being here. Robin Luther, good to see you again. Carolyn Feeney, we love you, Carolyn Feeney. Joshua Copeland, thank you so much. Josh Danceru, good to see you, Josh. Mimi Martinez, you know what it is, Mimi. It's us doing a thing. That's right. Lisa Gabriel, good night to you, Lisa. Thank you for being a part of it. You make it matter. Eric Anderson, shout out to Eric Anderson for being here. And the whole crew. Who else is here? I know I got a lot of people in the list. Shanty North. Shanty North. That's a new name, Shanty. Thank you for being here. Mary Jane Smith Cook. Mary Jane, you know I know you. Thank you, Mary Jane. Let's legalize it, Mary Jane. Mary Jane. And who else we got? We got Lana Dale or Lana Dale. Lana, I'm going to go with Lana. I could be wrong, but I think Lana sounds cool. Lana Dale. Thank you, Lana Dale, for being here. William Teague. I haven't seen you in a while, William. Thank you for tuning in. Mimi Martinez, the cornbread party in the house. They ain't taking my cornbread. I ain't going to let them. And Dave Campbell and Tristan Zanders. Tristan, what's up, Tris? Hey, man, it's all love, brother. It's good to see you as always, my friend. That's what it is, guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in on the Facebook Live crew. My people on YouTube. Oh, my YouTube people. My people on Blog Talk Radio, Stitcher Radio, and iTunes. Thank you so much for being here. And before I go, let's do a little roll call over here on YouTube, man. Come on, we've been here this long. Let's show some love. Forsaken Companion, thank you so much. Rusty Shack, I love the community. You're right, I do too. And you know why you love the community and you love the chat? Because of the people that support the chat. My man, Iron Man Oz. Hold up. Let's do this the right way, guys. Because I got to give love to my people, man. Because without them, that chat would be full of all types of craziness, I'm sure. Iron Man Oz. Liberty, not a license. That's liberty, not a license. I don't need a liberty for license. Oh, I don't need a license. It's liberty. And my man who holds it down from the underground, When I Rap. That's right, When I Rap. Shout out to Afeni Shakur, R.I.P. And back to the roll call, 64 Caddy Couple DeVille. 64 Caddy Coupe DeVille. Bond, what's up, Aunt Bond? Mrs. D, or Miss D, thank you. Trudy Caswell. Stephanie Chateau. We love it, Stephanie Chateau. Thank you for being here. Fry Memorial Ball. Always, that name always gets me, man. Leonard Rucker. Lednerg. Thank you. Lednerg said, thank you for the moderation. You're right, man. I love these guys. Chop liver. I don't like chopped liver, but I love you, chopped liver. Shane Lawson, Bernie or Bust. Riley Blade, Burn on Burners. James Tremail, Mr. Internet Man. Jar Jar Binks. David Hernandez says, no cornbread, Hillary. No cornbread. Fiercely Zen. You got it, Fiercely Zen. I'm hollering back, brother. Mr. Human Computer. He's the human computer. Newport 75. What's up, Newport? Tracy Navarro, Party of Dogs. Brom SL1. Man, World Citizen 06 and Pierre Desalanis. Pierre D. What's up, man? DJ Royalty. J Ghost. Van Riley. Rodney Jackson. What's up, brother? Super 757. Jason Comer. Q DeMayo. What's up, Q? Thank you for that new shirt you got, man. Q got a Sprinkle Me shirt. I think he's the first person to get a Sprinkle Me shirt. Thank you, Q DeMayo. I appreciate the love, man. Hey, look, guys, I'm running out of voice. I appreciate you guys all so much. Jill Shofiet, Bruins for Bernie, and the whole crew, guys. Thank you so much for being here. It's nothing but love, believe me. And today, I think we set a record for the number of viewers watching at a particular time. I glanced at one point, and it was up to like 340 at one time. And I'm humble enough to say that's the most I've ever done. Thank you so much for being a part of it. You know what? It never would have happened if I didn't have faith, because I was tweeting and I was talking already, and then I did my show because I just believed we would pull this off. I was not going to cower, guys. It was either going to be a show where I had to lift you up or a show where I can lead the cheering. And I'm happy to say I was able to lead the cheering tonight. And that's because of you guys. And it's okay if they bite the style. They can't bite my spirit and my soul, people. And I'm glad some of them are changing their tune, and they're realizing that if the superdelegates are smart, they will vote Bernie. Just like us. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Let's do it, people. Ain't nothing but love, baby. Ain't nothing but love. It's a beautiful thing.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am. True. Funny. Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
That's it. I'm done. Oh, man, I didn't get a chance to use Della. Hey, Della, what you got to say about West Virginia, Della? You know we ready to go to West Virginia. Are you going to be with me, Della?
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, sucker. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on. I'm out.